Yes, people. Welcome back to another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. The podcast is dedicated to the residents of Sarcasm City. It's all about the residents of the city, people. It's all for you. You get to ask us any sporting question, past or present, people. So it's any sport, past or present. It can be football, it can be basketball, it can be boxing, it can be NFL, whatever you want to ask. So please get your questions in the comments. As you can see from the title, Liverpool put 7 past Rangers, Mbappe leaving PSG with a question mark as well. I'm sure those two topics will come up as well. So that's why I titled this edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A and that the Q&A. That's why I titled it that. But please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or whether you're watching back afterwards, big up to you either way. Please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit that like button on the video. Share this across all the socials as well. Please make sure you do that and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. It is road to 5K. We are under 100 away from the halfway mark, which is 4,500. So please make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new. Share there. That's me flawless, people. That's me flawless, because that's my Twitter, that's my Instagram, and you can follow me across all socials and retweet and like and share all things Sarcasm City TV. But get your questions in, and don't forget, of course, the link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well, people. That is the link in the pinned comment for the membership, where you get many great perks, including how to get on the channel. So if you want to get on a Q&A here on the YouTube, one of the Q&As on the Twitch, if you want a Q jump on the fan calling show, if you want your questions, comments on the Q&As to take priority, like a super chat, join the membership, plus more. I only named 4 of the perks, but there's much more perks depending on what level you're at. But please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff as well. And join in Taza, you know what I'm saying? The best from the Midwest is in the building. Yes, Taza, are you telling me you good?
I'm good, brother. How about you?
Yeah, man. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. We here. You feel me? We here.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
I can see by your name, man said leave is hype. I think everybody is pretty much united in the fact that Barcelona, it looks like they're going to be in the Europa League. I think everyone's happy about that. I think
Of
it seems like
course.
it seems
Obviously, unless you're a Barca fan.
yeah. But it seems like when I'm saying, like, I've seen whether it's Manchester United fans, whether it's Chelsea fans, whether it's Liverpool fans, whether it's Arsenal fans, everybody seems like united on that, and it's very rare. It's very, very rare.
Yep, these guys are criminals. These guys are scumbags. And, in basketball, we call this ball don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Basketball don't lie. Karma's a bitch, Karma catches up to everyone. You putting all that economic levers bullshit, levers hype, and doing all that criminal shit, that fugazi shit, karma's gonna catch up to you, and so it did. And now you're in the Europa League. Well, not yet technically, but after Inter beat Victoria Pelzen, who they already have beat in
You'd expect them
the
to.
group stages before, you'll be in the Europa League. So you guys can hold that. Yeah, pull more economic levers out of your ass. Yeah, that ain't gonna get you. That ain't gonna get you good. And that fraud Javi as well. Yeah, this guy legit got every single thing he wanted. Every player, everything he wanted, he had it. And he still can't do the business. Fraud, man, fraud.
Are you spitting? You know what I'm saying? You spitting. Speaking of frauds, Ahmed's also in the building as well. But yes, Jez, what are you telling me? You bless?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
yeah, man. Bless up. Ahmed, what are you saying? You good, fam?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm blessed. How's FIFA, man? How's the Ultimate Team going?
It's going well, to be honest. I'm just playing Elite Division right now, and so I'm just getting my money up.
All right, calm. All jokes aside, how is FIFA the actual gameplay? Like, different? Is it good?
I don't know. Now this new patch has made it a bit more. It's made the pace a bit more important now, and they've started doing the pace patch. That's what they did now, and you know what I mean. That's I like to call it the pace patch. Yeah, they've inserted it into this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fairs.
Because now you basically can't use Suarez anymore. You can't use Benzema, really Lewandowski, because you could use it like before this patch. But now you can't.
Right.
You have to have your striker has to have 84 pace minimum now.
He's got to be pace. Yeah, he's got. Yeah, I know FIFA's always. It's a P&P game. It is very pace oriented.
Yeah.
It's a P&P game, 100%. Vafa says, big up, bro. Big up to you as well. He also says, did you man see the strat? Did you man see the Barca strategy, which is crossing the ball and hope they score? They were techie Everton. It was dead. They're just not a good side. And I was saying this. Go back and check the last episode of Stats, Facts, and Vibes. Not the one on Baines's channel we did on Monday. The one that we did last week, Thursday. Like, and I was saying people are like, oh, you're not scared of Barca if they drop into the Europa. That Inter side isn't good. Don't get it mistaken. That Inter Milan team is not good. Like, especially anything. I was going to say going forward, but it's not even like you look at them and go, yeah, defensively, they're hard to break down and tough to break down. Like, Barcelona scored 3 goals and should have scored more, to be honest. But Barca are just not great. Do they have some good individuals? Yes, of course. You have your Xavis. You have your Gavis. You have your Pedris. So you do have quality there. You do have your Rafinhas. You have your Dembeles. Lewandowski, of course, you can be the difference maker. But this is my whole point I was stating on that show was there's nothing to be afraid of. Now, if they played United, could you argue that they'd be favorites? Absolutely. How would they even doubt that? But my point is, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, everyone's making out like they're prime Real Madrid or it's prime Barcelona revolt or they're prime AC Milan. Like, no, they bleed. And there's a reason if they were that good, they get out of this group. Because the group they're in isn't the toughest group. Bayern Munich, of course. But you're Inter Milan and Victoria. Yeah, go on.
Bayern Munich can't even know that.
I was just gonna say quickly. Someone just like I was listening to ESPN and they were saying even if Inter, let's say they draw or lose, even if if they lose to Bayern, they're still out.
Yeah, because that's the next match day. Is Barca Bayern?
They have to win.
They have to win no matter one. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They just have to win.
And I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, Barca gonna dump them out. I mean, Barca gonna dump them out. Bayern Munich, I think. So it's gonna be interesting to see as well.
And you know what's worse? These men have spent have like sacrificed their future for for the short term, and it's
not even paying off.
And now they're gonna be fucked in it because they need money. Like once you pass, I think the group stages, they give you like a bit of money, but the big money is from the last 16 onwards, isn't it? That's when you earn the money from the Champions League, to be honest. And if you don't want it,
it's not 16. Like they don't have money. Like Barcelona have money because they're funded by the Catalonian government, if you like it or not. They just can't comply with the La Liga rules. La Liga has very strict financial rules that you have to abide by. This is why you haven't seen Real Madrid spending like crazy the past few years. Like after they bought Hazard, they haven't really bought anyone.
Not for big money like that. Yeah, they've been shrewd with. They've been much more shrewd with their business.
And now, and you know now how much they're. So for next summer, a report came out today. You know what their transfer budget is? 425 million.
Who? Real Madrid's?
Yes.
Massive. That's crazy.
For next season.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
It's insane. That's because of La Liga rules, and they didn't spend. They made the champion. They won the Champions League, La Liga, and now they're up, man. Now they got big money to spend.
I hear that. Maverick says Salah now has more goals for one Premier League club in the Champions League than any other striker ever. I was surprised by that. If that's the case, I'm surprised by that. But shout out to Salah. Obviously, he got the hat trick today that Marcel's just mentioned there. He says big up flawless on Mertaza. 7-goal thrashing. Mo Salah 6-minute hat trick. Great night in the Champions League. Can't complain tonight. Needed that for the win. Yeah, and Liverpool did what, out jokes aside, I expected them to. And not because I rate Liverpool highly. It's Rangers. Well, hey, props to Liverpool. They did the business. They needed that win to get out of that group. And it's looking like they'll probably finish second behind Napoli. I don't rate. I've not watched Ajax, but they don't seem too great this season. And Rangers, every time I've watched them, I don't think I've watched them this season, but they've been getting packed in the Champions League. And we know the level of Scottish football is not high. So yeah, props.
The Championship football, man. Let's be serious.
Yeah. Great night for the neutral goals everywhere tonight, says Maverick. And yeah, Mertaz is in the chat as well. Ray says, I swear group stage teams get more money than Europa League winners. It's a possibility. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
But they need to get as much revenue as possible. Their revenue is being cut, like literally because of what they've sold. So I'm pretty sure they sold like half of they sold like 25% of their TV rights. So whenever whatever TV rights they get per year, cut that by 75%.
25% for the next, I think, 30 years or something.
25 years.
Yeah, and then 49% of the BLM, Barca licensing and merchandise.
When you said BLM, I fully thought you were going to say Black Lives Matter.
That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
It's just funny though. I'm not saying
out,
that's on you. I'm saying no. That's what I thought. When I hear you telling me when you hear BLM, you just thought, oh, man,
of course,
Black Lives Matter. That's right.
Of course,
I was like, what?
Of course.
Black Lives Matter. Shout out BLM. You know what I'm saying?
Shout
the
out,
organization, people.
Yeah.
Hey, Gold says it's all
that one.
It's all about it. It's all
Man,
about.
I support the movement, the organization.
Yeah.
They're
they're
scumbags as well. You know, they took all that money and they just bought houses for themselves.
Is that what they did?
Yeah, they bought like a $2 million mansion in LA.
Outrageous.
A Spanish club supporting BLM.
Alam says it's all the Mbappe money they saved. True say they would have spent big on Mbappe. It seems like they've just like spent small and then they will spend big like on a superstar because they did go in for Mbappe and it would have been big money.
They might not even have to anymore. Do you see the news that came out today?
What's the news?
So what happened is apparently PSG like deployed bots and stuff to create negative stuff on their players.
I heard about this.
So now this came out from RMC Sport. Mbappe can legally terminate his contract due to the bots case, as it would be a violation of labor laws, making way for him to join any clubs he wants as a free agent, according to sports lawyer Tatiana whatever. And then Mbappe would be entitled to request a breach of contract for serious misconduct if the case of a digital army or bots paid by PSG is proven legally.
Right. So they could genuinely, if he is found guilty, which is crazy, this just sounds like a crazy story. He could terminate his contract and imagine Mbappe as a free agent. Mad.
I mean, he would have been a free agent.
He was in the summer as well. But
yeah, well, he would have been.
If it's that, he's going to Madrid, bro. It's signed, sealed.
But I don't believe this is going to happen anyway.
I think he'll end up in Madrid by either January or next summer.
I don't think he's leaving this summer. He has to cut it.
Next summer, I'm 100% sure he's gone.
Well, we will find out. Obviously, I'm sure people get Mbappe questions in. You lot bump up the likes, please. Please make sure you bump up the likes and continue to get your questions in. Mavericks is flawless. If you could in the summer, would you do a straight swap Sancho for Mbappe?
What?
I would push Sancho, Rashford, and Ryan off a cliff to get Mbappe to Old Trafford.
Oh my!
Like, without doubt. Like this is Kylian Mbappe, people. Yes,
bro, I would walk Sancho 100%. From Old Trafford to the Bernabeu.
Man's doing the FIFA.
No, he's not at the Bernabeu. The Parc de France. I would walk there for fucking Mbappe. Are you crazy?
It's literally Kylian Mbappe, and people know I rate Sancho. Rashford, I believe, can be effective as well. Ryan, I don't have any time for. I don't like at all. But my point is, this is Kylian Mbappe. Like this is the type of player who not only can lift your entire club, he lifts your entire fan base, can lift your 11, and lift you to elite things. Is there baggage that comes with him? Yes. Could it go wrong? Yes. Is his attitude a potential problem? Also, yes. But my point is, it's worth the risk because of the juggernaut that Manchester United are chasing. When you are chasing a juggernaut like Manchester City, you have to do something special to overcome them. That's legit what it is. And Kylian Mbappe could be the key to that puzzle. Very similar to, I liken it to...
Antona, maybe?
I was going to say Cantona second, but I was going to say when we signed Van Persie and how we just gave everybody a lift. When Manchester United signed Van Persie, it gave the entire team a lift, the fan base a lift. Like, I was watching every game thinking we were going to win solely up because of Van Persie. And you seen the players' levels raised, and we won the Premier League that season. Like, and and Van Persie is a quality player. And Cantona is very much similar. That was going to be the second one I made. Like, people don't remember when Leeds sold him to Manchester United. He was sold as a problem. Leeds sold him to us thinking he was going to create issues and be a divide and all of these things and attitude problems. But if you can get Kylian Mbappe on it 100%, that's a difference maker. To me, we are title contenders. No doubt about it. I'm telling Pep, Haaland, all them man, come outside. If we sign Kylian Mbappe, are you crazy? With the manager we have in the
Kylian Mbappe doing a career job basis, is that saying?
Not doing a carry job, but is he going to be the main part of it? Yes.
He's going to be the end on all the chances we create.
He'll be the guy. Like, he's a part of the Avengers, but he's the lead. You know what I'm saying?
Basically, you're saying that he's doing the Captain America thing, isn't it, bro?
Yeah, because he's Kylian Mbappe, yes. There's very few players who can do that. But yes, he's Kylian the same way if he went to your club. All of a sudden, you look. If he went to your club, you lot would all of a sudden be title contenders.
Bro, pretty much every club. Every club in the world.
Yeah.
Legit, let's be real, though. Any club in the world. Even Barca have fucking Lewandowski. If Mbappe went there, he would be the main guy there.
Like, you don't
let's
turn
be
down.
Real.
You don't turn. What I'm stating is, to me, people, you don't turn down the chance to sign a player of that caliber, knowing if you get it right, what can happen. Could it go wrong? Yes, absolutely, it could go wrong for many reasons. But to me, you run the risk. You know what I'm saying? In that 110%, you run the risk. Like that's Kylian Mbappe, and we've seen him be a difference maker already. We've seen this guy win a league title at Monaco.
World Cup.
We've seen him do that. We've seen him at 18 win a World Cup. We've seen him get his team to a Champions League final. Like, we've seen him make a difference at such a young age already. You do not turn down a player of that caliber. That's just silly.
He's only 23 years old.
Yeah.
It feels like he's been here since what?
He came in through very early. I was still in college when he was.
I remember him at Monaco. That's the earliest one. Knocking the fucker.
Yo, I started uni when he
Man City out.
That's what I'm trying to say. From he's been around for a minute still. Like, this reminds me, bro, when Arsenal fans, when Wenger literally turned down Mbappe. He didn't want to sign.
Oh, listen, man. This guy Wenger could have been, the Arsenal could have been excellent under Wenger. It's nasty, man. That is some nasty.
100%. Like, certain players he turned down and they didn't. And
Kante, you know he turned down Kante. I still can't believe he turned down Kante, man.
Yeah, and signed Xhaka, bro.
Yeah. Hey, they got Xhaka, though, quality player. PSG messed up not selling him with 1 year left. Yeah, I agree. Time to shine. Once a player wants to leave, you should let him go.
But he also did re-sign with them. They messed up by giving him too much power.
That's my point.
They made him bigger. They made him feel like he was bigger than the club. That's how they messed up.
That's my point. Yeah, go on, Jez. Go.
But for me, it's like the type of money, See, the thing is, nobody knows the exact figures. Obviously, the news and this tells you this and that, but nobody really knows the numbers. But from my understanding, from what I'm getting, is that nobody in this football world could have offered him that type of money. Considering as well, the country literally, like the president of Paris, literally was involved in the
he was calling him, man.
This is what I'm trying to say. And you had also people from Qatar as well, like owners, people there for the World Cup. Like, there's so many high
Real Madrid also offered him the same money. Let's not do this.
I don't believe they did though.
So now we're not believing like Ornstein and Fabrizio and these guys. That's what we're doing now.
Listen. Bro, I didn't see the thing is I didn't even finish, bro. Like, all I'm saying is that I don't. For me, generally, I just don't believe that Real Madrid. Obviously, if Madrid wanted to, they can't just go and throw the type of money as well and match it, bro. But I'm sorry, I'm struggling to believe that this guy refuses to take the Real Madrid offer when he gets the same money. I refuse to believe it.
Yeah, listen.
I can believe it because he did.
No, because I don't believe. Because my belief is they didn't offer the same money. I don't believe every report is not right. Even the most credible sources get sometimes things wrong, and I don't believe. And the thing is, I think there's some stuff as well in the background that people just don't know about. Like,
there's a political thing behind it. There's two things I want to say. Yeah, from what I remember, there were some reports that were stating that they gave this guy a little percentage of the Qatari investment fund. Do you know how much that's worth? A percentage of that. They
can throw me a percentage of that.
No, I'm not joking, bro.
I'm being serious, fam. If they're watching, they can throw me. That's why I said if they're watching, they can throw me a percentage of that. I'm being deadly serious.
That is literally worth trillions. That is literally worth trillions and trillions of pounds. No joke. That is how much it's worth. So I'm sorry, Madrid, Chelsea, no team, maybe other than the Saudis, Newcastle could compete with that because they have their Saudi investment fund, right? Those are the guys that can compete with that. So the money thing, I can agree. The other thing is, if they lose Mbappe, what does League on have after Messi and Neymar? Who do they have after that?
Messi is literally thinking about
wait, let me just finish.
Go ahead. Yeah, let him land.
So they don't have Neymar after, but Neymar was probably going to leave. Messi's probably going to leave next season. Who do you have after that? Let's be honest, guys. What Benitez? Is Benitez going to be the face of the league? Benitez can't be it's the same issue that you have with Serie A, but it's only recently where they've got these now young rising talent borders, which has sort of risen Serie A's notoriety in a sense. It's the same issue that you have with La Liga. La Liga right now, yeah, barring Real Madrid and thingy, about when Messi left, yeah, they didn't really have any stars. Barring Benzema and Vinicius.
And Vinicius, you're right. And Vinicius, were even at that time, wasn't the star that he is now. Yeah.
So that is the big problem. The other thing is Qatar is invested in France. Qatar has a lot of investments in France. They actually help out the French government. There was a lot of stuff that was going on there that you need to understand. And the final thing is, a lot of people don't know this. PSG was formed in 1974. PSG is a very young club. It's probably one of the youngest clubs out there. So people, so people don't realize this, man. Like their brand is not big, like Chelsea or like even Arsenal or United or even a City. Yeah, City. These guys have not been around for 50 years, let alone 100.
Yeah, I didn't know they were only for. Yeah, that is a young club. You're right. Let me run through some of these comments as well. Timo, what are you saying? You good?
Yeah, guys. How you guys doing? All good.
Yeah, man. Oh, bless. You already know. Yes, Mr. Maverick. Yes, I would push Ryan off a cliff to get Kylian Mbappe to my football club. You know what I'm saying? Like 110%. That being said, I pushed Ryan off a cliff just to get another striker in January. But here we are. Trading Rashford. Yeah, Ivan Toney. Yeah, I've definitely trading Rashford for. I'd probably trade him for some. I'd push him off a cliff for some magic beans. I ain't gonna lie. But trading Rashford for Super Saiyan Rashford. Yo, this is Kylian Mbappe because Emma says here, fuck Mbappe. You think the Pogba drama was bad? Wait till Mbappe comes hell to the no. What was the Pogba drama? This is my whole point. What was the Pogba drama? To me, I don't pay that any mind because when Manchester United won the Europa League and League Cup, wait, before the season when we won the Europa League and the League Cup, there wasn't no issues with no Pogba drama. Pogba's performances on the pitch weren't nothing to do with stuff off the pitch. The team wasn't good enough. That was the issue. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I didn't see no Pogba drama. People just wanted someone to blame and didn't want to blame their favorites in terms of players who weren't good enough and didn't want to blame the manager. That's what it was. That's because, like I said, we've had success. Our most successful times were with Pogba in the team. In recent times, post-Fergie. The 2 times we've won trophies in the seasons since Fergie's left, he's been a part of that. He played in the FA Cup. He was here. And was he in it? Was he? No, he wasn't actually. I tell a lie because Mourinho signed him. Yeah, Europa League. Sorry. So yeah, our most successful season since post Fergie. He played a major part in. Like, this is not what we're doing. Like, so I don't see an issue with it.
That question, like the Pogba drama, it's only a drama, quote unquote. Let's just say it's a drama, right?
Okay.
Because the manager cannot handle the egos of the players. Huh? It's on the manager to control the dressing room. Look at what we were talking about last year with all the players. Oh, these players have big egos. Every day there's a new leak coming out. Oh, this player's doing this. This player. Ten Hag's come in. Look what he's done. Where's the leaks gone? Have you heard anything or seen anything for us this like in the past 4 or 5 weeks like of anything like that? No. When Real Madrid in 2015 when they sacked Ancelotti and then Rafa Benitez came in, Real Madrid the leaks were crazy. And then when Zidane came in, he told everyone to calm down, control the dressing room. Look at the egos you had on that team. Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, Ramos, Pepe was still on that team. Varane, you didn't hear a sniff, and they won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. And if you have an ego, Ronaldo had an ego towards the end. Boom, he got sold to Juventus.
Like Ronaldo's always had an ego, and yet before you go, Jez, and yet he's been successful. I'm talking about prime him because someone just mentioned why would you want Mbappe with the Ronaldo issue? My issue with Ronaldo isn't his ego. That's not my main issue with him. It's his performances on the pitch. I've said this time and time again. If this was prime Ronaldo and he was on course to score 42 goals a season and we're winning Premier League titles and Champions Leagues, I'm sure
one's complaining.
I'm not complaining. Ego, like I say, this whole ego thing is only on drama is because we're not winning. Yeah. When we're successful, everybody's shutting up. All of a sudden, it's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? FSG were a problem when Liverpool were winning the Champions League and the Premier League.
All of the sudden, there's FSG out everywhere.
All of a sudden, it's FSG
out. Kroenke out, and now that they're title contenders. Where's the Kroenke out stuff?
This is where I literally wanted to go to as well because this is the thing because for me, football it's really weird. It's it's because the thing is, people are just very emotional about certain things. And when you read news, I think some people just take those news way too much and they take it in way too deep when it really is. Like, let's be real, even the teams that were great had dramas within it. Like, bro, we literally saw the what's it called, the articles after the Chelsea Bulls game when I saw when I literally saw what was my man's name again? Diego Costa. Literally talking about how he had arguments with Conte in the same season when they won the league title.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is the thing that I'm trying to say. Like, even during seasons where like great teams performed well and won stuff, big trophies and stuff, there was drama in there. Because egos, like everybody has an ego, especially winners. Winners have egos.
Facts.
And you want to have winners there, and nobody. At the end of the day, like, let's be honest, like nobody would. This whole Pogba ego thing would have never been a thing if United were successful over the period when Pogba was there.
Facts.
And when you look at also as well how much United, I understand why people are mad as well, because you spend so much money on Pogba, and then you see all these news. Then okay, I understand at the same time, but would you guys really be this angry if you heard all these news, but you winning?
Right, facts. No, of course you wouldn't, because winning shuts people up. Well, go on, carry on, Jess, carry on.
And this was my point even the other day where we were talking about how Mbappe's ego apparently is going a bit out of hand. Yes, I kind of heard it, but in the same time, this Kylian Mbappe he can be the difference maker of you going from being short of a Champions League to winning a Champions League.
Facts. 100%.
And for me, and like I said, like again, I hear people in terms of, because this, funny enough, this whole ego thing, it ironically all comes out, but obviously I watch anime and there's like literally a football anime that just literally came out last weekend, and it's literally
Blue Lock, get it?
Yeah.
That was
fucking easy.
God damn, bro.
Nah, but
Oh,
I
this
do
guy
that,
gets-
no, I know what you mean, really.
So
anime gets me
sporadic.
hype. I understand that. I don't get it, but anime gets me hype. I get it.
And what's it called? Ironically, it was
About
also
ego.
about strikers and their egos. This is
wow.
what this show is literally based on. And when you really look at the philosophy of what they were trying to say, all these great strikers, even if you don't hear stories about them, they have an ego about them, and this is what makes them great, in my opinion.
Facts.
You
100%.
have to have ego. You have to have ego, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
Nathan,
I have an ego.
I don't think you have to. It depends on your character, but it's about having a healthy ego. You know what I'm saying? There's a such thing as a healthy ego, and there's such thing as an unhealthy ego. Because you have to know who you are, but then it's not to the detriment of the team. And I get into what was actually said, but someone mentioned it in the comments. Because Nathan says, I don't want Mbappe anywhere near Man United. Mbappe ain't a 10 Hag player. How do we know Mbappe ain't a 10 Hag player?
What is
How do
this,
we know
bro?
this? Like,
Guys,
based off
what-
of what?
What is
I
it?
would-
Hug
I
you?
would-
Weren't we linked with Gakpo, who like people call Mbappe PMP? Is
Literally
Gakpo
Rashford.
not PMP?
Yeah, he's Dutch.
It's
It's
Rashford.
Rashford. People call Rashford.
Mbappe
Someone just
Rashford.
called Mbappe Super Saiyan Rashford, and Rashford is being played and being utilized. Like
Let's not
yeah.
forget.
You're
crazy.
pretty much contradicting yourself.
I don't get that. Go on, Timo. Say what you're saying. Go on,
I
fam.
say, what happened last year is that look at Mbappe and Haaland's situation. They could go anywhere they wanted. The difference is that both of these players handle it really well. It's actually staggering, and they will resonate through the rest of careers. But if you look at it from Haaland's perspective, like his career is amazing. For example, when he had massive clubs in for him, he joined a great club to improve in Dortmund. Even though they include the release clause, otherwise he's gone. He's the perfect example how these wonder players should be treating their careers. So no club can stop Haaland if he decides to leave. He has the power of his future because he has that release clause. And as long as he is in that team, I think it's not going to cause any drama. I think he loves everyone. He don't even mention a team like Mbappe used to mention Real all the time. So there's a difference between those two players. But at the end of the day, the reality is I think it's just too good for a man in any appreciable way. And every club on the planet would take him. And
Yes.
including little blood, like big money for him.
Well, Absolutely. And bear in mind, people, let me just reiterate this again. I'm talking hypothetically here. Do I believe he comes to Manchester United? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. But I'm talking hypothetically, if he did, would I love to see it? Yes. Does it happen? No. I don't even think there's a 1% chance of this happening. But I'm talking from a hypothetical standpoint. Time to Shine says at the time Madrid bid for him, it seemed nailed on. He was signing for them as a free agent. I'm taking the 180 million from Madrid and knowing it would affect their future spending. Yeah, if a player doesn't want to be there, you move him on. Maverick says if you get offered Mbappe, how can you justify turning him down outside of Manchester City? Because I agree. You don't turn down a player. I'm sorry, you don't turn down a player of that caliber. You don't.
Bro, even City,
But City, the one is the only one I could justify because of where they're at. Because they're on the mountaintop, I understand why they would turn him down. But we're chasing Manchester City, whether that's United, whether that's Arsenal, whether that's Liverpool, whether that's Chelsea, whether that's Spurs. Like, that's the type of player, like, just he is legit the difference maker in between, or could be the difference maker in you winning the Champions League or losing the Champions League, or winning a league title or losing a league title. Put it this way, if you put him in Liverpool side, they win them league titles. Them two seasons where they got lost by a point. You telling me Mbappe ain't worth that 1 point?
He definitely not gonna be there also in the team where they're drawn against Brighton at 1-1 at home.
This is what I'm saying, and like sometimes you have to bite. You just have to bite the bullet. And yeah, do I believe only Todd B will pay Mbappe's wages in the Premier League? Probably. Like I said, this is all It's all a hypothetical thing.
United would pay it.
I agree with this. There is a difference between confidence and ego, and Emma says the same thing. Yes, but I'm running the risk, and if it goes wrong, you move it.
United right now.
Before you go, I run the risk, and if it goes wrong, I just keep it stepping. I don't get why people can't. You sign him, it goes wrong, and then you move him on. What is wrong with trying? Someone give me a better alternative than Mbappe. Then, who's the better alternative? That's what I want to know. Give me the solution. Let's say Mbappe is available in the summer. Who is a better option than him for any of the? And I can include everyone outside the City in the top 5. Someone tell me. None. Let's say he's a free, or let's say it's 80 mil.
None.
Either or. Who?
None. Probably Vinicius.
Nobody. But Vinicius ain't available.
He's not available.
Like, it's about availability. Who's available? Look at the players like you just mentioned it there, Murtazo, Ivan Toney. Yeah. I'm a fan of Ivan Toney. But if you give me an option between Mbappe or Ivan Toney,
are you crazy?
Chelsea,
crazy?
Timo and Ahmed's team's been linked with Rafael Leao, a player I rate. Rafael Leao or Mbappe. It's not a debate. It's not a debate.
It's easy, bro.
I'm saying, I know Jez would push Son off a cliff for Kylian Mbappe at Spurs.
Bro, 100%.
Jez would just do that without having that Mbappe option.
See, Fraser says that guy from Napoli, you don't even know his name. You know what I'm saying in that? I quit it out, man.
Exactly.
Like, Mbappe has credit in the bank. He's delivered at club level, at European level, and at international level. Yes, he's not won the Champions League, but getting to a final is an achievement. Getting to a final is an achievement. Ask Pep at Manchester City how tough it is to get to a Champions League final. It's not no easy feat. It's not no easy feat. Like, people may look at it like because Real Madrid have done it and won 4 in 5 and won 3 in a row, that it's easy. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Even by the way,
Gakpo is nowhere. Gakpo is not a better alternative than Kylian Mbappe.
What
is not? Just say you don't like Mbappe in it. He's not.
No one up there. Like, Force is right.
No.
In terms of like about Chelsea getting Rafael, either Chelsea fans choosing Rafael or Mbappe, half the family would choose Mbappe. But here comes the bit tricky part. If he comes in, like, what is his attitude will be look like? Let's first talk about the attitude. His attitude is the issue. If he comes in, like, it's destroying the team chemistry.
Pato knows what Pato, like, we've had Lukaku in it. Me and Pato know, like, we've had Lukaku, bro. And listen, Lukaku's not even on his level, bro. We all know that.
Yeah, but this was my overall point last time when I was talking about. When you get a play, I said this. If you have this type of ego, you need to prove it, bro. That you can be walking on it. Because for me, as much as it sounds fucked up to say it to some people, I believe, sometimes certain players shouldn't be having to sacrifice themselves for the team because I believe they're that good. They should be that guy. If you believe you should be that guy of a team, I'm gonna allow you having that ego, bro. If let's say Kylian Mbappe comes to Tottenham and he wants to be that guy, Kane, I'm sorry, you're gonna be second place then. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
and Kane is the guy for Tottenham. Don't get it twisted, but before people call us literally literally call him Mr. Tottenham, bro. He's not going to be Mr. Tottenham anymore if Kylian Mbappe comes along. And this is what I'm trying to say. Certain players have justified enough, and they're performing at a certain level. Well, like, okay, you know what? I allow the ego, but for example, for Cristiano, even though you look back at what he has done in his career, like now it's like you can't tell me what he was doing in 2017. He's still doing it. You can't tell me that. And this is the main difference. It's the performances that you bring with that type of reputation.
I don't understand this ego thing because no one really knows what's going on behind the scenes at PSG. People just blaming Mbappe for wanting to leave. Yeah, people just taking a couple moments. Does he have an ego? Yes. Like when he stopped playing because he didn't get past the ball, that's unforgivable. Like 110%. You can't be doing that. But I've seen players before him and greats do masses. I've seen this happen. I've seen other players do this. I'm saying, we're talking about this. Messi and Ibrahimovic got into it. Because Messi, the great Lionel Messi that people all hail and is the GOAT and is the greatest of all time, had this positional issue. But nobody mentioned it. Go and do your Googles.
LeBron. What about LeBron? Oh, LeBron can't do doesn't do defense. That's one of the GOATs of all time in the NBA, for example.
Bro, LeBron is one of the biggest crybabies sometimes as well.
This is my point. But guess what? If you can deliver,
nobody cares.
In your prime, if you're a guaranteed finals appearance, you know what? Yeah, if you're putting up 40 a game, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We all know about Michael Jordan. Jordan didn't have an ego. And yes, we're switching sports, but he's goes down in something besides greatest. Man punched his teammate. Imagine Mbappe punch someone.
Bro, the internet would have
Imagine Mbappe punch someone.
You know what the thing is though, yeah? I'm gonna bring this point up, yeah. The difference between the NBA, like I think actually US sports, and I think the rest of the world in terms of football. Football used to have the same thing, as the US, where you had those guys, the hard men, your John Terrys, your captains, and the guys even that were around them, like for example, Chelsea, your Drogba's, your Lampards, your Czechs, who could also check you in the training ground, right? But what changed was as the new generation came in, they sort of put those those types of players out. It became much more of a team game, and now there's much more focus on the mental health and trying to get the best out of the players normally, innit? And that's the problem that they have in US sports now, because you can't be. It's 2022, big man. You can't be, having fights within teams. Like, bro, we're tackling people in football, yeah? And you can probably get them injured, but you can't be doing this shit, man, if we're being honest. But hey.
Well, no, I hear what you're saying. Let me run through some more of the comments as well. Let's see. Big up to
someone sleeping?
I don't know. Someone got dead. Someone probably just got the mic close. Maverick says, what about Neymar for 3-4 years? Neymar's one of the only other players who's in that bracket.
Yes.
He's one of the ones where you sign him automatically and it goes right. And don't get me wrong, Neymar has his issues. But if you sign Neymar, if you have the opportunity to sign Neymar and you are chasing a juggernaut like Manchester City, yes. Because he's the type of player who can elevate your football club, elevate your fans. If Kylian Mbappe or Neymar pitched up at Stamford Bridge, you know how much smoke Chelsea fans would be on. If he pitched up at Spurs, you know how much smoke Jez and Expressions and all this and Tobes and all the Spurs fans would be on. If he pitched up at Liverpool, you know what Cams and Monts and Saint and Ish and Roms and all the Liverpool fans, don't let him turn up at Old Trafford. Do not if that's every show. That's all we're talking about the entire summer is Kylian Mbappe. That's it. I might even make his face the Sarcasm City TV logo. That's all we talking about. Because he's the type of player who elevates your football club. Can it go wrong? Yeah, can it go wrong? Yes. But every signing can go wrong.
100.
People are mentioning Gakpo. That can go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Tony, who I'm a fan of, that can go wrong. Any single signing, whoever you want, Rafael Leao, who I rate, it can go wrong. So all of a sudden, it's like, Mbappe's too big of a risk. Like Manchester United haven't took L's and losses before. Like, we've got one sat on the bench. Well, not sat on the bench. He's currently injured in Harry Maguire. Like, these things in goal. Like, in football, when you sign players, you're probably going to get more wrong than you get right. So why would you not close the gap knowing he has history of being successful? Mbappe's not on a no. People can call it a PMP. If you're a PMP merchant, but you're delivering league titles to Monaco and World Cups to France, You know what I'm saying? At 19, bring him to my football club. Because clearly you can do something. Clearly,
if it
you
ain't
got
broke,
something.
don't fix it.
Clearly you can do something. You know what I'm saying? Because certain people's goats can't do that. Just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Uncomfortable conversations.
Certain people.
Let's not do that though.
Yeah,
People get angry.
People get
You know what
angry
I'm
when we
saying?
start talking. Certain people's goats can't do that. You know what I'm saying? At a big old, grown age.
When at 30 years old, when they can't achieve anything, his underachievement gets blamed. Mbappe gets blamed for his underachievement.
Certain goats ran out. Certain goats ran from the grind. You know what I'm saying? Certain goats ran from the grind after losing to Chile. But people don't want to talk about this. Let that happen to Mbappe. Let Mbappe had retired after they had lost to Switzerland in the World Cup. No, in the Euro.
Literally after
running
the
from
game
the grind,
as well.
did it? But people will pick and choose. Is that not an attitude problem? Is that not attitude? But how come you don't stand up and be counted? Because the player we're talking about is good enough to take his team over the top. Because we've seen him do this. But people don't, again, but people will pick and choose in that. I'm saying,
100%.
let that player I'm talking about be my or Ahmed's skin complexion. Different conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we really wanted to, let's talk. We can run bands all over, but let's talk football. Then. If people want to talk like that, that's not no attitude. It's not no attitude thing when things ain't going your way. You ran from the grind. You retired. Like,
Amen.
hey,
you know
what I'm saying?
I gotta take my headphones off. Too much fire coming out of this.
Like,
thing.
yo, I'm saying that he's one of the goats.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
Uncomfortable.
And to Black Diamond, who says Julian Lorenz broke the report first, and Mbappe wanted Neymar out and not to play centrally as a new striker should have been signed. As Thierry said, you play where you're told. I agree with the latter part. You do play where you're told. But I tweeted this before and I say it again. If Mbappe was promised things by PSG and PSG didn't deliver, he has every right to be upset. Every right to be upset. Should he? I always say this. He should never go public. He should have never raised it publicly because now you're letting all these outside people have opinions. He should have raised that privately because publicly it don't help Mbappe, it don't help his teammates, it don't help PSG, it don't help the manager. And at this moment, you're all one clique and one gang. Anything can be dealt with to me in-house, even if it's we don't fuck with each other. So the only issue I have is with publicly. If he was told by PSG, you're going to have a free role and we're going to sign a striker, if PSG failed to deliver, he has every right to be upset. Yep. He has every single right to be upset. You know what I'm saying? Like we've all worked work jobs. Let our management say, we're gonna deliver such and such, and they don't. You're gonna be pissed. Let your manager 100%. Tell you, you're gonna get a raise in 6 months. Hit 6 months, guaranteed. If it's 6 months and 1 day, you're gonna be knocking the door. Like, yo, where's my raise?
Exactly. Where are my bonuses and that?
Yeah, like where's my bonuses? Don't promise me stuff. So people like, because he's what is it? Because he makes so much money and because he plays with Neymar and because he plays with Messi. Yeah, that's all well and good. But if they deliver, and again, we don't know what them promises were.
No,
my point is hold that football club accountable. Yeah, go on,
right.
Go on.
No, so like maybe they might. I think I know what I just gonna say. Probably there might have been more that they may have promised him, but. One of the ones they promised him, for example, was the number 9 that they would get like another number 9. Yeah, they actually tried to get another number 9. Like, there's no doubt about that. But if they couldn't get a number 9 now, why are you complaining though? Like, you could see they tried. They weren't able to get over the line,
bro. Yeah, like, PSG. If PSG want a number 9, they could get a number 9, bro. They have the finances, they have everything, bro.
Again,
coulda, shoulda, woulda tried.
Yeah, but Ahmed, that's not on Mbappe. That's on PSG. Yeah. If they told that man, we are going to sign a number 9 and you're going to play a free role. If that doesn't happen for whatever reason, that's on PSG. You have to be held accountable. That's
shout out, Jez. That's a you problem.
No,
yeah,
that's a you.
But at
the same time, yeah, you can't also say, okay, you can say that's PhD's fault. But at the same time, you're still playing this team. You still need to at least, yeah. Let's say, they failed in the summer. They're gonna probably try again in January. You can at least, hope until January. Do play the position you're playing. Obviously, you're going to be leaving November, and that's the World Cup period. After that, in January, if they don't get you a number 9, I would argue that that's when you should be really getting pissed off. At least that's my view in it.
But playing David advocate, then don't you believe that in January it's harder to get a striker?
I agree, but the problem
it's PSG's fault.
No, but the problem is, PSG obviously re-signed him. Yeah, they signed another 4 players for over 101 million pounds to fix just their midfield, which they've had a problem for the last few years. They also have to also worry about even though it's usually a joke, the FFP thing is a real thing, and PSG are on there as well. So there's a lot of stuff that is complicating this that we are not talking about.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that as well. But like I said, fam. But then when you know you pop most likely can end up struggling with those type of promises. Don't make those promises, because
Bro,
then you get these
exactly.
type. Because then you get these type. Of, it's like a
Mm.
flow said with the work thing. When you were told, okay, at this date and this date you're gonna get this and this amount of money, and you don't get that money literally 30 days literally after, literally even 2 days after you were promised that day, you're gonna be asking questions like, "Yo, where is my money at?" And this is what it is. Like, don't make false promises if you can't. This is what literally happened with this. Is what happened literally with us with Kane and Levy with the whole gentleman's agreement that like that he's gonna be that he can be sold, and then obviously he ended up not selling him because City didn't put enough money in, and then you
Big up
saw
Cam's
how
TV in the building as
and
well.
then
Good to
and
see my
then
brother Conja. Sorry,
and then
carry on.
and then you saw how Kane was literally performing, but nobody wanted to talk about his ego and anything. Everybody's was then there was like, yo, we feeling sorry for this guy for talking
But
about
we
him.
know why the Jazz. We know why with the King thing, bro. Let's
No, no. But it's again, it's the same thing. See, at the time, obviously, I was pissed as well about at Kane, but in the same time, I can understand his frustration. I still understood his frustration because again, you were promised that you're gonna get sold by Levy, and obviously that didn't happen. And obviously, we ended up getting content, which kind of helped him be like, you know what, I will just ride it out for a little bit longer then, because you get this elite manager in. Because he was very pissed, like very. Even though we were doing shit, he was very pissed when Jose got sacked. Even though you can have your opinion about Jose, but in football, as a figure, Jose is still one of the biggest figures in the game, and he was obviously very, very, very pissed got when he got sacked. So that's what I'm saying. Certain players, you need to keep them happy. And if you do stuff that don't keep them happy, this is what's going to create. You could create these type of situations, in my opinion. And again, that's why I say I look at PSG like at these type of situations and say, you know what? Like I said, for me, it should have already ended. For me, I don't blame Mbappe for signing that new deal because again, I don't believe that Madrid could offer the same what PSG did. So I don't blame him for signing that type of money for. But in the same time, PSG should have just known, you know what? The guy really doesn't want to be here. And if you're going to just make false promises and don't keep up with it, it just could even go to the shitters even more. So, but again, it's just all reports. We don't, even though these are reliable sources that all coming out and saying that. And to be honest, there's definitely some truth to it, in my opinion, because there's always something with PSG. You just know it's PSG is literally a trauma club, literally. So I do believe. So I believe there's definitely something onto that, but I don't believe everything exactly is true in that also as well.
You know what it is?
Bro,
Yeah, PSG
no,
kind
hold
of.
on one second.
Yeah, I'm also man.
I was just gonna say this. It's PSG's fault because when you drop down to your knees and be, oh Lord Mbappe, this, that, the other, then you have to expect this.
That's
when
true.
You so you're making him, so in American sports basically we call this NBA NFL franchise player. You make him your star player. If you do that, you have to agree to your demands. Because you gave him that contract, because he's give him a private jet, we're hearing all kinds of stories, right? Then you have to lay down and do whatever he wants. A good example is this. So the Cincinnati Bengals are an NFL team. They got a young quarterback, and they had a high pick, and they could have gone two players, the one that could have helped the team, but Joe Burrow, their franchise quarterback, preferred Jamar Chase, so they got Jamar Chase over him, even though probably the offensive lineman would have helped them more, but they got him just to please their quarterback, and that's how it goes. So even me, I cuss Mbappe. I'll be like, oh, you Ninja Turtle looking ass Michelangelo looking ass motherfucker. That's not because of that shit. I cuss him, bro. I'll be like, the reason I'm pissed with him is you knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. You had Madrid waiting there, and you could have went there and you would have won, and Madrid wouldn't have tolerated this bullshit, and Madrid would have humbled him as well. So you had there. So they were on the table. So Fabrizio, who is arguably the most reliable source we have when it comes to football, said he had a verbal agreement with both PSG and Real Madrid. And then he's like, and then it was up to him to which one he was going to sign with.
Yep.
You
But at the
chose
end of the day-
PSG. So now don't get mad that that shit is hitting the fan and things are going wrong.
No, not to an extent.
You had Madrid right there.
He has to be held accountable. He does.
Yeah. So that's why I cuss him. But the other stuff, that like if people are giving you promises and it's in your contract, like it's illegal literally to do it. Like if you're contractually obligated to these demands, he has every single right to, because the other party, the PSG, can't complain and do all these bots bullshit if it's true allegedly. Yeah, you can't do this when you literally signed on to it.
Yeah.
That's the price of the thing.
Ben, before you continue, one sec before you man go. Yo, Prime, you good? First and foremost.
Yeah, I'm good. You talking about the Mbappe stuff?
Yeah, we're talking Mbappe stuff. So we'll get your thoughts on it shortly. Just gonna run through some of the comments as well. Tam Shine says, but Don, if they told him he wasn't gonna play through the middle and that's the main reason he resigned, then it's the cause to be upset. I'd be upset. That I do understand if he was made promises. Like I said, the issue I have with it is publicly. That don't help anybody, including himself. Like he could have easily kicked up a fuss privately, and none of us. We should not be talking about this right now. This should not be a thing. It shouldn't be. Even if he wants to leave in January, like this shouldn't be a thing and have happened this way. Like we shouldn't have done this. It's not immediate because we shouldn't know. They leaked this, whether that's him, whether that's his people, whatever. Like this has not come out of nowhere. So, and we know Mbappe's had issues in the past with PSG and things like that and wanting to leave in the summer. Maybe he should have left, but we'll see. James says, why would PSG cater for Messi and Neymar over their 23-year-old superstar? It's not a question of catering for those two. It's just again, the false promises. The only thing we can go off is him wanting to play in a certain position. And what Thierry Henry said was correct. You play where you want to play for the team. Of course. But if you were promised to play elsewhere, like
exactly,
that's where PSG fucked up. Because if I'm running a team, you play where I say you do. You know what I'm saying? We've all played Football Manager and FIFA. When players try to turn around and chat shit to me on Football Manager, you could go sit in the reserves. You know what I'm saying?
You know them moments where like you have these players. So you have players literally. So you just out here putting training and all this. Then the next day, man comes to the DMs and talking about, yo, I want to play in this position and play this certain role. Literally in FM, like, bro, I had players literally angry at me because I literally played them at the position that they want to play, but I don't play them at the role they want to play. Yeah, and I had to sell them. Because they started performing bad and everything. Because it affected and the morale and the team itself affected because it was a star player as well. You don't want to fuck about the star players in the team.
Facts. Like I'm saying kick rocks. Like I rule with the iron fist. You know what I'm saying? I am the judge, jury, executioner. Me, myself, and I. That's who rules this thing.
You saw this in pro clubs as well, people.
If you don't like how it's gone, it's cool. Yeah, and it's like even in clubs, like I let the attackers like flourish and do what they're supposed to do. But it's like once you start talking rubbish, like all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Breaking news. I ain't seen Hunter.
That's my guy.
Breaking news. According to J. Pedro, yeah, that's the guy that broke the Mbappe knees. Like when he was, the guy does the Tic Tac stuff. He's like connected with what's his name again? The
Chungrito TV.
No, but not him. He's connected to the Real Madrid guy whose name escapes me right now. Like who's that director again? I forgot his name.
Perez.
Yeah, him and Perez are always connected. He always does interviews with him. Mbappe is not in Real Madrid's plans apparently, according to them. So
it makes sense.
And you know what it is? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they're eyeing Haaland. I'm not gonna be surprised.
Of course,
they are eyeing Haaland.
They're probably.
I was just saying because obviously I don't know if man know about the stories, but because Mbappe took so long with his decision, they didn't. This is the main reason why Madrid didn't ended up going in for Haaland, because if Mbappe would have been just raised sooner with his decision and said to them no, they would have chased Haaland in it, because it was always a thing of eventually both of them can end up at Madrid, but they wanted only to get one of them in the summer, not both of them. I think they couldn't even afford it. I think.
And the thing is with that is Haaland to Madrid makes sense because he's to me, the
And there's a
perfect
release clause,
Benzema
innit?
replacement. He's the perfect Benzema replacement. Like Benzema's not
Nah.
going to continue this great form on forever, even though it seems he's showing no signs of slowing down. But yeah, like give it 2 seasons, and then Benzema would be what, 37, 38, and then you
That's
go
when
and then
his
get
contract
Haaland.
finishes.
Yeah,
And
so then you go get
When
Haaland.
Haaland's release clause is available to be activated, that is the year Benzema's contract finishes.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Like it would, and then you would decide whether to keep Benzema there and have him as backup to Haaland as older statesman, or he moves on. Like we know how Madrid do. We know how they do. Time to shine. Says Pogba signed for United, thinking they were going to build a big project, and look at how that turned out. He wanted out after 3 years. Legit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. But again, people pick and choose when it's an attitude thing. People pick and choose. Like I said, we mentioned, you know what I'm saying, one of the certain greatest of all time, quitting on his international team. But people won't talk about that. People don't say he has an attitude problem.
I think this is the thing when you have these superstars. And because I was listening before I came on and someone mentioned the Pogba thing.
Yeah.
It's not so much a problem with Pogba, but it's a thing of when you buy these superstars and you offer them all these lofty promises, the promises United made Pogba, look at what's happening at PSG, and you don't follow through. It's wrong for these guys to speak out public, or what Mbappe is doing, speaking out publicly, but issues will start to arise and it will have problems, not even necessarily just with the team, but the public perception of, in terms of fans and in the media and everything. And it's not a good look. That's why when it comes to, at least for me anyway, signing these big superstars, I'm always quite kind of skeptical in terms of what their mentality is like. Like you said in the chat, who would turn down Mbappe? As great as Mbappe is, I would be skeptical, and I'd rather get someone else who is probably a bit less talented, but doesn't have that sort of ego, for one, and two, we can actually build towards the team. I personally just would rather do that.
Yeah, you said it there though. You're skeptical. I understand you being skeptical. Like I said, I would be skeptical, but to me, it's worth the risk. I'm spinning the roulette wheel.
I'm baffled. This is even a discussion.
It is worth the risk if you're actually gonna build properly. It's built properly towards being successful and stuff like that.
See, but you know what the difference is there? What you're saying there, you know what? Like for me, at least you give them a reasonable reason why you saying you're skeptical. For me, that's reasonable enough. Then it's like when people just say, "Nah, okay, but Cody Gakpo's dead," and I'm like, "Yo, I'm sorry."
Oh no, Cody Gakpo, no, but like again,
you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying,
No, but again, it's not like when people go to the extreme and be like, because he's trash and stuff. Obviously, he's not. Like, I'm not stupid. I know he's amazing, and I'm not even saying I would not even saying I would complain if we'd sign him. But it's just like making sure the right things are in place. Like last summer when we were linked with Haaland, part of the reason why I was saying no towards signing him is because the profile player he is, we don't create chances in abundance like that, and he would have struggled in terms of scoring goals. That's why even with signing Lukaku, I said, bring in a striker, and if it's not Kane, someone who creates his own chances, then you need to bring a creator along with him. So if we had signed, if even signing Lukaku and we had signed Sancho or a Grealish or someone who creates chances, I would have been like, fair enough, that will work, because at least he's getting service from them. I don't just Mount and Havertz, I don't trust them on a consistent basis throughout the season. Signing someone like Mbappe is all well and good, but it means you now have to cater everything towards him. And what happens in bless you. What happens in 2-3 years? He kicks up a fuss and wants to go to Real Madrid, or he wants to leave because I don't know, Chelsea haven't won the league or something, or something has happened, like a manager has got sacked, or he hasn't.
Well, it depends on what happens in that time. Was it worth it in the end?
What
happens to me? That's why I keep saying that risk of free, because what you said there is plausible. He could kick up a fuss in 3-4 years. What did you win in that 3-4 years? If you win 2 Prems and the champs, it was worth it.
But if you don't win anything, or you end up winning just an FA Cup and Europa or something, because like again, back to the United situation, it's not. So people say Pogba problem, but it's not so much Pogba causing problems, more so United the club, the board, the Glazers, whatever, not building your the team properly. Because there are numerous times where Mbappe wanted to leave that you guys probably could have sold him and should have, or
you mean
maybe
Pogba?
Yeah.
That's what
Like,
you mean. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. Like, again, it's I don't know.
Again,
Maybe
but that's on us, our poor planning. What you're saying is right, but it wasn't just Pogba. I get your point.
No. Maybe I'm saying this wrong. I'm not blaming Pogba. That's my point.
Oh yeah, I know you're not. Yeah.
Planning. And again, with Chelsea, because I don't know what Bowley is like, I'm skeptical. And he just wants to do this thing of signing a superstar. That's why we were linked in the summer with Ronaldo. We were linked with Neymar, and that's all well and good. But if you don't have everything else in place to facilitate that superstar, it's not going to work out.
Facts.
There's a reason why
I don't want to drain the funds and have the whole club be focused on this one player and make it seem like the player is bigger than my club.
Yeah. That's why you have to trust. I trust the team to do what needs to be done outside. I mean, outside.
And I don't look at the Lukaku situation last year. What happened, right?
Yep.
I've got a good.
Before you go, one sec. I gotta run through a couple of things. Yo, you man, one sec. I gotta run through a couple of things before we continue. Cams, welcome back. It's been a minute. What you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, you just came back after winning it. Yeah, that's why.
You good?
Just have to sneak in here nicely. Yeah, I'm good.
Good to hear you, man. Good to hear you, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Every time.
No,
yeah. Before you go, one sec, Prime. I gotta run through some couple stuff, and then you man can go. No worries, man. You lot continue to get your questions in. Steve, no, this isn't a calling show. This is a Q&A. The calling shows are on Twitch. I reach out to you in regards to all the benefits of the membership. Cause I gotta reach out to all the members today anyway in regards to members Q&As. So with you, Steve, I'm trying to think off the top of my head because you're a general. So there's one of these Q&As you get on here on the YouTube. The members Q&As on Twitch. Your questions take priority on here as well. So I make sure I start your question and get to it. Even if it's like 20 minutes later, I'll get to it plus more. It's all on the list anyway. If you go to the YouTube channel, click the membership, all the perks is there. But they're just off the top of my head. I'm going to reach out to you and any other members who are watching as well. But no, this isn't a calling show. The calling shows are on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? But with what you have, Steve, like I said, you'll get a members Q&A on here. So you're making an appearance on the YouTube and a members Q&A on the Twitch. They're both once a month. So yeah, I got you. Also says, yeah, big up to you on the panel. So yeah, large up to you as well, man, every single time. And let me just run through this. Man, I gotta do this ad read. Jesus. Give me a sec, people. And I've done one of these in a minute. So yeah, I just dropped the chat. Drop the link in the chat. So latest trends, people. Latest trends. Bear with me 1 second. Let me get this ad read right. Make sure you go follow latest trends on Instagram as well. Make sure you do that. If you're following me, you can go follow latest trends. And it's just basically sick merch. So it's latest trends, a brand new online designer, clothing and footwear featuring the latest trends from top brands such as Fendi, Givenchy, Prada, D&G, Jordan, and much more. Check out the exclusive new winter season stock at www.thelatesttrends.net. So that's thelatesttrends.net. 2 S's on the end, people. Latesttrends.net. I'm going to add it into the pinned comment as well. But yeah, latesttrends.net. People, like I said there, in it, brand new online designer clothing and footwear. So you get it affordable. So it's designer gear, affordable. I'm trying to get some stuff myself. I need to talk to the guy, you know what I'm saying, talk to my G and get that patent in it because I need some designer gear. So yeah, latesttrends.net, people. You'll hear me mention this during this entire month. So yeah, go and support. You know what I'm saying? Go follow across all the socials. Go check out the website. And go follow across all the socials as well. But yeah, members again, not just Steve. I'm reaching out to all the members. Don't worry, I got all of you lot. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well.
We're reaching new heights, man.
I don't think this is a hot take. I genuinely think the 3 best young players in the world are Mbappe, Haaland, and Jude Bellingham. I don't know if we put Mbappe in the young category anymore because he's 20.
Not Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham is not better than Pedri.
Jude Bellingham, bro. No, none of those two are better than Chouameni, bro. Let's talk about it. This guy is the best young midfielder in the world. I said it. He's better than Pedri. He's better than Pedri, Gavi, Bellingham, all of them. Foden. I think he's better than Foden. Who else is in there? Throw them all in there, bro. Have you seen the level Chouameni's playing at Madrid?
Listen,
bro, but let's be honest. Sensational.
Yeah, but let's be real, guys. Like like Pedro's only 18 years old, like, and we're bro, like you're cussing a guy out that's only 18. You know, like we need to give him a bit of a break.
How am I
like.
cussing
You
Pedri
mean
out?
Gab-
When
you
did
mean
I ever
Gab-
do
you
that?
mean
But
Gabi-
Tchouameni,
you
look
mean
how old
Gabi-
Tchouameni is. There, Tchouameni's had times like he's had like guys at Cesc Fabregas next to him. He's been tutored in it, fam. Like give Tchouameni like another year or so.
And this, but I think he's just based off right now because we are just having the conversations. I get your point, but
Tchouameni is better.
And before
bro.
you continue,
I think-
before just one quick thing, like hold that thought. Steve, I DM you. You know what I'm saying? Because I got all the members on social, so I DM you on Twitter. I reach out to you on Twitter. I got you. Yeah, go on, carry on.
bro, with the level he is playing at right now, bro, I seen Madrid games last year, and I see Madrid games this year. I think without Casemiro, there with Tchouameni in there, who on the ball is far better than Casemiro. Like they look better, they look more fluid, bro. Madrid haven't lost a game this season. They've won all their games, bar like I think 1 or 2.
I think that
They
drew one game.
They just drew against Levante. They just literally
Bro,
drew
like
against
they've
Levante.
been destroying everyone. And in the Clasico, when the Clasico comes, I think it's either this weekend or next weekend.
It's this weekend.
They're gonna destroy Barcelona. Like this version of Barcelona, they're gonna kill them.
They're
gonna
to
kill
Barcelona.
them.
I agree.
And Tchouameni, like defensively, he's solid. Obviously, he's not as good as Casemiro was defensively, but he's like he holds the reins. But going forward, man, like this guy's creativity from the midfield, like everything, sensational.
It's underrated to be honest. Yeah.
So good, so good.
Wow. When I think about the best 3 young talents, definitely Haaland. That's there.
Before you continue, how old's Haaland?
21
I was like,
or
Is he
22.
that? So yeah, he thought. So if
He comes into the corner.
Yeah, to me, once you're 23, you're no longer like I don't put you in that Euro player category type thing. But 20,
depends how long you've been on the scene, really.
Yeah, that's also another thing. But just based off like the criteria, that's why like Foden keeps winning those young player of the year when he's literally like 25.
Yeah, like Foden's been playing for City since 2017. Like, are we really gonna keep calling him a young player?
Yeah,
how old is Foden, by the way? Is he 23 as well?
He's like 23, 24.
Yeah, like like I said, once you 23, 24, you're just a quality player. You're just a good player type thing. You lot continue to get your questions in as well, man. Especially members, get your questions in. I will start them if you are a member. I will get to them, of course. If you super chat, I'll get to your questions. They don't have to be on the topics we're talking about. It can be something else. But get your questions in. You lot run the show. You lot run the show.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Forget about all them bums. It's all about Maradona.
Maradona?
Tell him.
Kivicha? Oh, yes.
Just by the way,
is this the Napoli done?
Yes. Number 77.
What's it called?
Sensational.
The thing is, it's not even just the fans on Twitter. It's been literally Napoli fans who started this.
Yo, Napoli fans started this. This is why I say it. That's what they call him, Maradona. That's what they call him because they can't pronounce his name. I can't pronounce his name.
I can't. I would just go call him K. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they call him. Special K. Special K. They call him Special K.
Nah, I was just gonna make a point about the.
last year we've been linked to him, and I used to call him Triple K.
Yeah,
oh my God!
This guy, you wild,
because bro, he's playing like a killer. So like, it's just bro. I'm looking at it. I was watching a comp again today. Like from him, fuck me. Like on the board, I'll put him up there with him and Neymar, literally best triples right now.
Oh, he's fucking ridiculous, man.
He's so good.
So what wing does he play on? Is it left or right?
Left wing.
Left wing.
He's both-footed. He's both-footed.
Yeah,
how old is
he's so good.
21. Yeah, 21.
I might have to start doing some Napoli watch-alongs then as well for this guy.
But they play really good football as well.
They're playing some of the best football in Europe this season.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
And they have
you played them as well, Cam.
I think they're undefeated as well.
Undefeated, yep.
And they have
Copa Serie A.
They have Osimhen up front. Lozano, he's been all right, to be honest.
The Raspadori guy, Kim Min Jae.
Zielinski's
Lozano.
He's been having a good season so far. Like, there's a lot of players in the team that I know a lot of. And when you look at this team, based on profiles and everything, when I look at the team, Kvaratskhelia on that.
That's how to pronounce his name.
I'm a run with Special K. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, bro, like when I look at the team overall, based on the team, and with the right coach, this team is technically, for me, that's definitely better than the AC and the Inter team right now. Personally, like they have everything in the team. You have the creativity,
Of course.
you have the dribbling, you have the ball retention, you have the defensive solidity as well. Like with Kim and Jay, I've been praising this guy for years, bro. No, like since he's been even in South Korea, bro. Just how long it's been since I've been praising him. Like he's, for me, would have fit the Premier League in a heartbeat. So
The guy
team.
Flawless thought we were
Good team,
trolling
though.
about.
Nah, I thought you was trolling about the Korean, the 6'3" Korean. That's what I
That's
thought
what
you
he
was trolling
said.
about.
That's what he
No.
was talking about.
Oh,
I swear
right.
he
Kim
won't
and
play
Jay.
the month. He
Kim
won't
and
play the
Jay.
month, I swear.
Yeah,
Kim
because
and Jay.
that just don't that sounds made up. 6'3" Korean. Like that just sounds made up.
Aye,
You know
yo,
what I'm saying?
relax.
But you
No,
can
he's
relax,
not,
don't
he's
just
right,
from a
no,
stereotype, like maybe from just like a cultural point of view. Like that sounds troll. Oh, this centre back who's 6'3" PMP. Yeah, he's Korean. What? You know what I'm saying? Like
I can't lie, man. That
No,
depends.
it don't mix.
He's clean. He's clean.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
it don't.
Joe's
Steve say
a talent ID
have
doesn't
to do Napoli watch alongs. They're sensational. I might do a couple in the champs still.
To be honest,
Okay.
we
They're
get
they're dark horses for the Champions League.
Yeah.
That's, great. That's just for the casual. That's just for the casual viewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they play. Is it you lot next? Who's your name? Is the
Nah, we
next week?
play. Oh, it might be us actually. It might be us.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
think,
Well,
No,
wait,
no,
what
no,
were you
no.
saying? Are they last season's Villarreal?
no.
Seems that way.
They're better than that. They're better than that.
They're better. They're a better
Well,
team in my
you say
opinion.
they're better than that. Villarreal got to the semi-final.
But then again, you can consider the
From
road they
Bayern.
had and everything, and
Yeah, bro.
also results going as well.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
let's
a bit
be honest.
Bayern. They're a bit Bayern.
Let's be honest. That Bayern game, Bayern should have game managed the game way much better.
My point being dark horses. That's my point.
Yeah, see, but then again,
Yeah,
dark
of
horses.
course.
The expectation isn't for them to win it, but you
The
can look at them.
expectation for Napoli also
Hey,
should not be.
One second, you man. Keep on. One second.
Yeah, see,
The
for me,
definition of a dark horse is if you're not one of the top 3 or 4 contenders, you are like a dark horse.
let's be honest, like when
Yeah,
we
and Napoli weren't nor Villarreal last season. That's my point.
yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. But at the beginning of the competition, I wouldn't say so. At the beginning, but then as the competition moved on, things changed, didn't it? Because let's be honest, when I look at so we have the PSG, we have the Man City. Are we gonna put Chelsea into this as well for the favorites?
No,
No, I don't.
Okay,
no.
so we
not
don't.
realistically, no.
We're not okay.
No.
So we're not gonna put Chelsea in there. So we have City, PSG, Real Madrid, then who
Bayern.
else? Bayern.
Nah, I don't think Bayern.
Not
I-
even. That's what I'm saying.
I would.
So-
I would put Liverpool in.
No chance.
No,
Not a
no
chance.
not this
Not
season.
a chance. Not
Not
a
after
chance.
what's been going on.
Just but just on the pure fact of like you're getting out of your group anyway. Once you guys hit the knockout stages, like you'll be fine.
Oh, as soon as we
You
play a
guys
top
will-
but
team,
this
we
is-
are
we're
done.
talking
We are
favorites,
done.
Prime. They're
Yeah,
not
but-
favorites.
But why can't? I'm not saying Liverpool are first or second, but why can't they be amongst?
But then again,
Because we're not good enough to be favourites. That's why.
Yeah,
Well,
that
Well, if you
The whole
put
point of
Bayern-
favorites
you're
is-
putting Bayern in that, right?
But why can't I then say Chelsea aren't favorites then, or one of the favorites?
Well,
That's what
Chelsea-
I'm trying to say.
Chelsea
Like, I'm trying to.
We don't have the manager or team.
But then like, you can argue that Liverpool being complete off it though as well. But anyways,
you can
Yeah,
argue
but
Liverpool don't have the team.
Liverpool-
I put
You can argue
Chelsea in the-
Bayern don't have the manager.
Liverpool
Yeah,
may be on poor form. but
Hey,
they
it's
didn't
not
put
about us,
their
man. Let's not
team
talk about it. It's not
Yeah,
about
Yeah,
us.
we're gonna talk about you,
No,
Cams.
no,
We're
no,
gonna
no,
talk
no,
about you,
no,
Cams.
no,
Yeah.
no,
It's about you, and you made character syndrome. It is about you, lot. But one thing I will say is Chelsea. I agree with you, Prime. Chelsea don't have the manager or the players, but I would put you in the dark. I would put you in the dark horse bracket though. I think
No,
you're one of
not
the better teams
favorites.
in Europe.
We're talking about favorites right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right
why I
now,
said
right
dark horse. Like they're the best.
Yeah,
They're one of the best of the rest.
yeah, this one I'm saying I'm trying to identify what the favorites are. So pretty much, really only PSG, City, and Real Madrid be putting into his favorite
Yeah.
right now.
I put
And
Bayern
everybody
Munich in
else.
there. I put Bayern
See,
Munich in there.
We had literally before you came literally like we had 50-50s here. Like some don't believe they are. I don't believe they're favorites because I just don't think this Bayern team is not the same as it used to be.
I put
What
them
about
fourth.
Inter?
I put them fourth just because of the players they have. It's not the manager; it's more so the players. When
Yeah,
you have
I
that
agree-
quality
I
of
agree
player,
with
that's
that.
why
Yep,
I don't think outside of City and Real Madrid are the only two sides. If Bayern Munich are in a two-legged tie, they're probably not favorites against.
No, I agree with. And so
If they play everyone, if they were to play PSG, are they not the favorites?
no, I agree.
If they were to play Chelsea, they're the favorites. If they played
Yeah.
Who else? If they played, trying to think, Inter Milan, they're the favorites. Whoever, like, we've seen what they do to these teams. I don't think that all that. I do agree, but I put them at they're probably third.
Just shows kind of like it kind of shows like the levels where football is going on.
Yo, weak man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
very weak. But
we went through it the other day. Remember?
Yeah,
football's now become system based, isn't it? Football's system based.
It's not even just a system based. It's just literally also a big thing which is money. I think money, especially across like teams in different countries as well. But I don't want to go too much on that because my overall point was because I wanted to identify the favorites because now we can go into these dark horses. Obviously, we said we don't want to put Liverpool as dark horse because Liverpool are too good to be considered a dark horse, but also they're too good to be considered dark horses. But then at the same time,
they're in the mix.
Also,
is what I would say. They're somewhere in the mix. Like Liverpool are definitely like Hamza will downplay it. They're somewhere in the mix.
Well, if you're ranking it, then would you not put Liverpool fifth?
Probably.
But that was kind of my point. That Liverpool are amongst it. They're not top of the bracket, but they're probably amongst it.
I agree. Like they're outer edges of the favorites. Leading the pack for the best of the rest.
Yeah.
They're somewhere that like where you would rate them is a whole different conversation. But they're put it this way, Liverpool against the majority of favorites.
Yeah.
Still not.
But this is what I'm saying. But then I can't put Liverpool then as like a dark horse or something. Same with Chelsea.
Yeah, it feels weird. Yeah. I hate
so
it.
that's what I say. Like, and so when we come back all the way back then to this Napoli dark horse, I do hear it to be honest. Because they're not like Chelsea and Liverpool, where it's just the best out of the rest.
Yeah, they're not traditional.
Yeah, exactly. They're in between. That's why I kind of heard the Napoli.
But Chelsea are the best, or at least one of the best of the rest. We're not.
Yeah,
we can't be amongst the favorites.
That's what I'm saying. Look, just Chelsea is Chelsea Liverpool. They're literally in the category before dark horses.
I don't think Chelsea and Liverpool can be in the same category.
I think this season we can be. I think this season we can be.
We're not.
See, the thing is, I believe because of the quality of players you have in your team.
Liverpool have better quality players than us. They may be performing poorly right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Chelsea,
Liverpool and Chelsea are both. They're around the same.
No, but we have too many negatives.
Pretty much
as opposed to Liverpool.
I hear you, Prime. I just don't think even if someone has Liverpool ahead of Chelsea, I don't think the gap in between you two that is big. Like put it this way: if Liverpool and Chelsea were to go head to head in terms of like a two-legged tie, no one's getting washed. Okay. Like, that's competitive. You know, I don't think you're getting. I think you'll get it together. I don't think you'll get washed. When I say washed, like the tie's still alive. The second leg in the second half. There's not going to be a 3-4-0 one way.
I don't know, you know.
Okay.
Because and that happened last year. Obviously, it was different. It's different managers. Liverpool are currently going through bad form, but like obviously people don't jump on the bandwagon. But the sky's falling. Like we seen Liverpool. Yeah, it was Rangers win 7 today, but who was expecting that? We seen them win 9.
Yeah.
Like are they struggling? Yes.
Diamond, don't do that. It's not lack of self-belief. It's just like
get to that.
Me trying to be like realistic. I don't want to.
I hear you, Prime. I get what you are saying because you do have because of your manager, you do have more. It is unknown. Let me get to this though from Steve. And Steve, big up for the super chat. I'll get to that in a sec. Says little trivia question for you guys. Who are the 3 Italians to score in each of his first 3 Champions League 92 to present appearances? Jesus.
For you guys, who are the 3
I'd say
Italians?
score each of his first 3. One, I'd say Totti. I'd say
maybe Milito.
Milito's, is he not Argentinian?
He's Argentinian.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Raspadori's one. He's just done this season.
I'd say Totti, Raspadori, and
Del Piero maybe.
This guy reading the chat, you know.
I mean,
Del Piero.
Have there been any good Italian like strikers / forwards? Really? I
Del
can't.
Piero.
They've been great forwards. They just shit now.
Del Piero, yeah.
Yeah, Del Piero is one of them.
I mean, obviously, outside of those two, like,
there's just names we're forgetting because they haven't been good recently. But there's definitely some Italians who've been cold. I was going to say Baggio. I was thinking Baggio, but I don't know how much he played in
that's
Champs.
like old though.
Yeah, but he said 92 to present.
Yeah, fair.
He said the 90s. So
he said Ravanelli. Ooh, I didn't think of that.
Man say Ravanelli. Did he play champs like that? Inzaghi's probably a shout as well.
I'll be real. I've never heard of Ravanelli. I'll be real.
You never heard of Ravanelli?
Never.
Mazza.
It's
You know
Del
what's crazy?
Piero, Ravanelli, and Raspadori. Okay.
Yeah, also, what's crazy is that he played for Middlesbrough. It's mad. How he ended up there, I don't know. Quality baller in that.
Listen, man, money in it, man. Money talks.
No, when teams get promoted, yeah, you see the wildest players there.
Yeah. Like Ravia. Like, that man had Ravia. They had, I think Mendieta was there at the same time.
Yeah,
as well.
honestly,
It's not.
yeah. You know what's nuts, bro? They've got Freuler, bro.
Well, they had Janino.
Yep.
Not-
Juninho, I think, was there at the same time as well. I think so.
Mad.
Yeah. It's nuts. But yeah, yo, Flawless, you busy tomorrow or Friday? I'm on Newcastle Fans TV on YouTube. I need a guest for United Newcastle preview. I'll shout you today. I'm saying, and we're patting it. I DM you because I got you on socials anyway, Steve. So we're patting it 100%. And if I'm free, man will jump on. It's calm. You lot make sure you bump up the likes as well. We got the super chat. Nah, Steve's, what's it called? He's stateside.
No, I said you're facing Newcastle.
Yeah, we play Newcastle on Sunday.
The Strasbourg
Bro, it's a big game, you know.
It's an interesting game, actually. I can't lie.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah, it's gonna be
game.
a fun game.
Well, it's 2 p.m.
Yo, I heard something today from Arsenal fans, and this is Arsenal fans. I was surprised.
Go on.
They said that if Ashley Cole played, this is what they said: if Ashley Cole played in today's age, he would be prime Wan-Bissaka.
Wait, what? Arsenal fans said that about Ashley Cole.
Yes.
Wait,
And
what
they
is
said,
that?
and they said,
They're
and I
saying it's a
quote,
slide tackle.
and they said, and I quote, if Wan-Bissaka played in that, what's his face, invincible team, they would have still been invincible.
Is this Arsenal? You know what that is? That's Arsenal fans salty that he moved to Chelsea. I'll say this now. I'll say this again. Ashley Cole.
That is what I heard.
Ashley Cole is the best left back the Premier League has ever seen.
Oh, wait,
Premier
hold
League,
on,
yes.
hold on.
Premier League, yes.
Let me ask,
Not all
how,
time.
well, when you say Wan-Bissaka, how do Arsenal fans rate Laurent? Because I don't think he was anything special as a fullback.
He was just very solid defensively and competent going forward.
So, like Gary Neville.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Alright,
I'd give
cool.
Gary Neville a little bit more than I put Gary Neville a bit more than
Ahead
competent
of
going
him,
forward
yeah,
defensively.
but
But
yeah,
I get your overall point.
Okay,
But yeah,
cool.
like that's
But if
just
that's
Arsenal
what
fans
they
who don't like
mean-
Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole was quality. At one
But
point, he was literally the
The
world's
best,
best.
yeah.
He was the best in the
Yeah,
world in his
yeah.
position at one point.
Yeah, like if that's what they mean, if they mean in terms of like, because if you're comparing Laurent and like Wan-Bissaka, at least Wan-Bissaka played back then and was actually coached, then maybe I guess. But the disrespect to Ashley Cole because he left you guys.
Because they left him and they just upset about it.
Which
I
Arsenal?
didn't watch much of him, so I can't comment.
Murtaza,
I don't
which
know
Arsenal
much
fan
about
said
him.
this? Which Arsenal fan said
You know Sharky? You know Sharky?
Oh my lord! Listen,
we don't, them
let's
man.
not
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
no,
it.
they're doing it for clicks, man.
They're just casuals, man. I love, bro.
No, they're not even
No,
casual.
They're not
And again-
casuals. They're not.
And again, people, this is why, like on Twitter, I say this all the time. It's rare you see me going back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah,
because
no point.
I understand that. Do you know what I'm saying? Certain people, you don't know who you're debating with in terms of age, in terms of because people, I guarantee on that thread, if it's got numbers I don't know or whatever, there's people who never watched Ashley Cole play talking about it. It's people who were born in probably 2005 talking about Ashley Cole. He was born, like, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
That's
No,
what
these
born
were like,
into-
these were like they lived through the
No,
invincible
they
era.
live through it. No, I'm not saying them. I'm saying people on that thread I'm talking about. So I bet if you check the responses, there's some no Ivy done in the responses who was born the year that he moved from Arsenal to Chelsea is my point. Like people just rather, that's why I don't debate. I say this all the time, that's why I don't debate on Twitter, because it's like people talking about things they didn't witness. I'm not
Ashley
saying them,
Cole
I'm
was
saying
going-
there's probably responses. But
Ashley Cole is going toe to toe with prime
Cristiano
Cristiano
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo on the
Yeah,
wing
man.
and matching him stride for stride. Like, let's just be real about this, guys. He's, in my opinion, Ashley Cole is the best left back ever. At least that
I
I've
think
seen.
Ronaldo said that's the hardest defender he's ever come up
Yeah, he
against.
did
That's
say so.
so-
How is he going forward? I didn't watch much of him. So I'm
who Ashley
curious.
Cole?
He
He was
he's
special a
back
part
going
of.
forward.
He was a part of that left hand side that was so great for Arsenal. It was him, Perez, and Henry. So they used to play
Ashley
like
Cole, yeah,
4-4-2.
I can't-
One sec, Ahmed.
Oh, sorry.
And then you'd have like, it's cool. You have Ashley Cole left back. Perez would play left mid. And then Henry was a part of the front too, but he'd drift out wide. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that was a thing for Arsenal during that period of time where their left hand side was just dangerous. Because you had him, you had Perez, and you had Henry. So you had Henry, who's we all know Henry. Like I say, I
There was so
think
many
he's
special football back there.
yeah, facts. I think Henry's the best striker the Premier League's ever seen personally. And that's me saying that as a United fan, and you know how much I hate Arsenal, but is what it is. Perez, who was quality, you know what I'm saying, and then Ashley Cole, who I think, like I say, Ashley Cole. If I'm doing an all-time Premier League 11, Ashley Cole and Henry getting. So that goes to show how highly I rate him. So it was like, oh, you always on Arsenal, and give him respect. I showed them my respect because they did shit. You know what I'm saying? They did shit. You know what I'm saying? They delivered. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, not this like
not just winning 8 games. Them man did shit. You know what I'm saying? In that, like them man won league titles and won FA Cups and won doubles.
We're not even 10 games in. These guys are talking about would Jude Bellingham. Should we go for Jude Bellingham?
Let me just say quickly. Ashley Cole, yeah. Ashley Cole was a balanced left back, innit? But because Chelsea's main thing, particularly in the original era, was like very defensive, like counter football. Yeah, he didn't really need to attack necessarily in it because he also had guys like Malouda and them lot in front of him.
And Steve says Ashley Cole is before my time. Only been watching football since 2014. How much better is Ashley Cole to say João Cancelo? In terms of defensively, Miles Bell. Defensively, blocks down anybody. He was from an even though he wasn't the tallest, from an aerial standpoint, he was very good. 1-on-1, he was a demon because he was quick. And going forward, I think Prime said it, most balanced. Was he better going forward than Cancelo? No, but is he good enough going forward to contribute? Yes, because he offered so much to the Arsenal side. I don't think you get the same. You don't get the same Perez without Ashley Cole because he helped so much, like on the overlap. But yeah, go on, carry on.
People play like if Chelsea weren't so defensive, if we were an attacking side. Like if Ashley Cole played in this modern day era where it's about the fullbacks creating
that too,
bro, different conversation.
Well,
different. The way English fans love to praise Trent, bro. Ashley Cole is clear, man. Ashley Cole is clear.
Yeah. Well, like legit, like he's quality. Like I said, in terms of offensively, and Prime makes a great point in terms of the era. Fullbacks didn't really have to do as much. Now, as they did, I would have loved to have seen Ashley Cole now in this era.
The 4-4-2 era, isn't it?
Yes, the 4-4-2. Yeah, it's very, very different. Like I said, and that left-hand side was everyone dreaded it going hybrid with that left-hand side. Everybody. Gary Neville spoke on this because he played right back, and he was like, "If you're on that right-hand side, you know you're in for a torrid time because you got Perez, you got Ashley Cole, and then you got Henry drifting out there. And it's not like Arsenal didn't have talents in other areas. You got Bergkamp and then Vieira,
man.
Yeah, like." Youngberg, like
you didn't want it, bro. You didn't want
the Vicks on the chest.
Yeah, long.
Hey, flawless. Respect Xhaka and Martinelli, man. Respect them.
Yeah. That's what I need to respect, isn't it?
Nah. Jokes aside, man. Arsenal deserve respect right now.
Not Vieira and Gilberto Silva.
Bro, I've had conversations with Arsenal fans. I've had conversations with Arsenal fans, yeah, and they've been telling me Arsenal need respect. We're top of the league, yada. And in that same breath, they will disrespect a Man City team that has won 4 titles in 5 years because it's lazy to assume they've won the league. Do you know how stupid that is?
Yeah, they're in good form.
Why do we assume City have won the league? Why do we assume? Why can't Chelsea are in this conversation? You know they're in this conversation, but in the same breath, it's like, oh, but if Haaland gets injured, you're done. City play through Haaland all the time while you play through Jesus. Oh, but if look at City's defense, they're playing Kanji and Ake. They look susceptible, but because they're playing their weakest centre backs and they're still winning games. Like, I don't understand. People can openly disrespect Man City, but we have to respect everyone.
I give Arsenal their plaudits through their good run of form. Respect, no. Do I give them their plaudits? Yes. I take your flowers. You're playing well.
Bro, why do you just see
the best team in the league though this season?
I give him plaudits for that.
I think there's nothing wrong to both saying that. It's just when like man just want to do this thing like they won the league already.
I hear that, but like I feel like people are just so used to like cussing Arsenal and like laughing at Arsenal, like they don't want to like give them praise now. Or
nah, man.
What have they done? What have they done to receive? What have they done? They haven't won the league, have they?
No, but
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about right now.
Chelsea were the top of the league December last year. Am I
I was praising saying I think they'll win the league.
Bro, but you don't see this is why it's one thing I don't get. Why do these Arsenal fans as well? Why do you have to seek validation, bro?
You know why they have to, Tazo, you know why, and I'm glad you said that. You know why they seek validation? Because they don't believe that shit themselves.
Exactly.
If you believe that, insecurities in it. That's why it's like,
what I'm saying. It's like,
praise me. Tell me I'm pretty. I'm really pretty.
No,
You tell me I'm
you
pretty.
know what it is.
I'm
You
saying,
know
like,
what it is.
that's what it is.
Because, you know what it is. Because if you, it's like if you believe in my delusion, I'm not so delusional. That's what it is,
bro.
But Cams, here's the thing: people are giving Arsenal their respect. In my opinion, people are giving Arsenal too much praise and hype by saying that this team is scary. Like you're using the word scary in an era where City have won 4 in 5 years.
That's scary.
Like if Arsenal is scary, then what the hell is Man City? Like
Whole goddamn horror franchise.
So a
1,
lot
2,
of this
and
Man
3.
City team, yeah. If you add a longevity to that Man City team, a few players, and they're in the all-time Prem team. So I'm sorry,
Bro, they already are.
Like if you added longevity to Cancelo, he's taking the right back or left back spot from anyone.
Yeah, but exactly, and yet this Arsenal team, we have like respect for them, what they're doing currently, and that's great. But like 9 games does not translate to a full 38 season up against one of, if not the greatest Premier League side we've seen.
And see, and the thing is, Brian, think of for me, this is the thing why the main reason why I don't give Arsenal respect or crazy thing. Yes, they beat us in the North London derby, but don't they do that literally every time?
Exactly.
When in Emirates, so it's just not even like. But they want to then hype this up and they're saying, "Oh yeah, but we beat our top 6 big 6 club." Yo, you do this literally every season. But the main reason why I don't want to do it is because they can end up with the same stuff that we did last season, finish top 4 and nothing else. Of course, you play better, you beat the Bolton, but you're not. You could end up with this season literally what we did, which is just finish top 4.
Bro, you know what we did? Like we were top of the league from game week 2 up until December, up until like halfway through the season, and we finished third. And we finished third, winning. Well, we won 2 trophies, but whether or not you want to count them or not is different. But we still finished third. Like at the end of the day, us being in top for so long didn't mean anything.
Yep.
Like Arsenal, just focus on top 4 and that's it. Anything else, finishing second, whatever, that's a bonus. We just focus on top 4 because all this praise and all this amazing squad depth you allegedly have, we don't want to hear excuses. Just like last season when Chelsea fans at the start of the season praised their squad depth and we got injuries and we got exposed, no one wanted to listen to our excuses of squad depth. I remember going on shows and panels and people making fun of me and saying, well, I thought Chelsea had 2 squads. Squad depth. And all of, so I don't want to hear it from, especially the likes of. Actually, I can name names, but I don't want to start people. I don't want to hear it from Arsenal fans.
Can I make a point quickly?
Yeah, go on, Ahmed, and then we're gonna. And don't worry, you lot keep getting before you make that point. You lot continue to get your questions, and I'm starring them people. So if you're a member, I will get to your questions, and obviously if you're a non-member, it's a great question. I'll get to it. So continue to get your questions in. It don't have to be on the topic we're talking about. Ahmed, the floor is yours.
I think, listen, part of the problem is, I'm pretty sure everyone here would be willing to say, oh, yeah, Arsenal playing good. They look good. The players are playing more. Listen, there's no doubt any of us want to say that. The problem, as usual, is their fan base, bro. Like, when they, bro, it literally, when it comes down to it, it is. It's
you know what? I hear that, yeah. No. You know what? No, when I think about it.
Bro.
Let him go. But yeah, you spit.
Bro, like, there's nothing more for me to say after that. Like, and the thing is, they were the same guys when the transfer window ended, giving it a 3 out of 10, saying we are 1 to 2 injuries away from our squad falling apart. And we saw that at United when they had to play La Conga there instead of Partey. Yeah, what happened? Their midfield
they got clapped in it. We bust their head. People keep forgetting.
Yes, if we're keeping it 100%, yes, that's what you
fuck
did.
them up. You know what I'm saying?
Like, right now, they've already got Emil Smith-Rowe, for example, out for a while. Imagine if Emil Smith-Rowe.
We don't know who that is.
Oh, you're talking about Emil Midrow, but go on, carry on.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, right? That's already like someone off the bench that's like, a ticking time bomb. Yeah.
Where did he go? Did he die or something?
What's happened?
He's
injured.
He's just shit, man.
Like, we know.
Did he die or something? God damn.
But we know. Once Partey re-injures himself for another 6 to 7 weeks, which he probably will. Yeah, and then Jesus, he is known to have an injury every now and then. Yeah, one day
I think he's currently injured now. He missed training today.
Oh, is
Yeah, he was training today. Yeah.
Listen, let's be honest, bro. The next striker, the striker under him isn't as good as him.
Nketiah Coleman, man. Nketiah Coleman.
They got Eddie Murphy.
Hey, respect Arsenal's number 14.
Yeah. Expect Henry.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Number 14.
Nigerian Henry, respect him, man.
Once Nketiah comes in, he's not that as good as him. Odegaard, once he's injured, I think the guy they got, the Vieira guy, he's all right. I can't lie to you. I feel like he can do a job in it. I won't lie to you about him. But they don't have a replacement for Saka now. They don't have someone to replace what's his name, Martinelli. So it's really gonna come, bro. One injury or two more injuries, and this team is basically a mid-table team.
Exactly.
These guys were tweeting.
Let's go, Ahmed.
Go on, Cam.
You see that game against Liverpool? Ramsdale dropped down, and Jesus dropped down. Those two guys gone, your season is finished.
And Ramsdale's another one. Ramsdale's another one. He's another injury prone fella, and you let Leno go. So, and the American guy.
Hey, don't worry, man. They got that
Matt Turner, bro.
Let me get to this.
These guys tweeted, "Does Mbappe start for us?" That's when I knew we can't. Guys.
Wait.
They said, "Does Mbappe start for us?"
Wait. When did it today?
Whenever that Mbappe news came out, they were tweeting, "Does Mbappe really start for us?"
Actually, speaking of which, they combined 11 with Man City. The only players that got in were Ruben Diaz, Haaland, and Kevin De Bruyne.
They put Shaka over Rodri.
Bernardo Silva.
They put Zinchenko over Cancelo.
And Cams, you asked why don't we respect them? Because they just don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
Even rival fans going above. Like I hear so many man, you gotta give respect to Arsenal's. Your own fans, I don't like it, but I can hear it because your own fans, right? But when rival fans are doing it, that's when I'm like, bro, time the fuck out, bro. What are we doing here?
See, one thing I have to say about Arsenal.
I don't care about Arsenal like that.
They're not ups to you in it. They're ups to us.
I'm up north. I don't care about Arsenal.
They ups to us in it. Like we've been warring with them since like 1990, like probably the 80s. Like we've been warring with them. Like before my time, we was warring with them. Right? There's hella like just go and do the research and that. Like when is it Ian Wright? Yeah, Ian Wright punched Steve Bruce in the tunnel. You know what I'm saying?
My Lord.
And that's early.
My God,
I'm saying
early.
I was like, he punched him in the face in the tunnel. Like, who spoke on it? Andy Cole. There's an interview, and Andy Cole was talking about it. I can't remember what the interview is, but yeah, like go back even in the 80s when there was just a full on 20. It's like late 80s. There was a full 22-man brawl. I think it's on YouTube. You can actually watch it.
I know this.
That beef's been there. Like Brian Robson's there.
King Vieira in that tunnel.
I'm saying, like, I was born into when I was born, like that was right into that boys before my time. Yeah, Fabregas through the pizza, Fergie and all them type of things. So mad, man. It's all crazy. Steve says, is Robert Perez one of the most underrated Premier League players of all time? If we were to do an underrated Premier League 11 of all time, I don't think he gets in, but he definitely gets mentioned.
You don't think he gets in?
Underrated.
I don't know if
he is
rated.
But there's a lot of people nowadays that be like, what think about
that
they'll
think
just
about
be like,
it,
oh, what was his GA? But it's like they didn't know he played in the
Oh, that's what I hear with
Ryan
Ryan Giggs. Bro, people are so disrespectful.
Yeah, people don't
Ryan Giggs underrated.
People say Sadio Mane in his career in Liverpool is better than what Giggsy's done his entire time. I'm like, bro, like.
You can't forget like for instance, like there's a Giggs. You can't forget a guy like say a David Gilliland or somebody like that. Like you. So that's why. Like you can't. So, but yeah, Perez is. You don't get mistaken. Like Perez is definitely cold, 100%. I don't know how many flawless. Yeah, it's very tough to do, isn't it? Because it's like you're underrated, but you're rated to an extent because we're mentioning about you being underrated. So it's kind of like
it's almost tough. Like a Drogba thing where. People some people really underrate him, but there are people that.
Then you'll get his plaudits in it. Like I say, I give rival players their plaudits after they've gone. Like when you're playing against me and you're the ops, fuck you in it. Like I say, you're good, but I'm not gonna like fully. But then once you leave, like when Xavi Alonso left Liverpool, I'm like cold. You know what I'm saying? I was so happy when he left to Real Madrid. He's one of the best
He's
midfielders I've seen.
Leverkusen manager now, isn't it?
Yeah, he is Leverkusen manager.
He might-
right
he
now,
might
yeah.
keep-
And he get packed.
They might
Yeah,
teach
it's 'cause
Terry
Cho-
how to
hey,
do
That's
Cho-
it.
Cho tax, man.
Yeah, Cho tax, man. Definitely Cho tax.
Hold that to you one. Hold that to you one.
Cho one.
Sure, one. I don't know how many games you've been to at OT, but I assume quite a few. Who has the best away fans from outside the Prem? Saw a video of Saint Etienne ultras at OT, and it was mental. Here's what I say to the Champions League games I've been to: away fans always turn up because it's Old Trafford.
Yeah,
You
they
won't
do,
turn
they
up and
do.
be loud.
They're the
Like,
ultras though that turn
yeah.
to away. They're the away.
the away.
I can't
And
lie.
that's-
Yeah.
And that's away fans just in general. Whether it's Champions League, whether I've been to Premier League games at Old Trafford, the away fans are always loud. And then when you watch Manchester United games, our away fans, that's all you hear. Like I've only been to one Manchester United away match. I want to go to more because it was lit. I'm saying, even though we got packed by Everton, like I had the time of my life. I'm like, yo, I actually want to go to more away games because everyone's just stood up chanting for the full game. Like not everyone's just sat down chilling. Like OT be quiet. Like you
United
know
have
about
some of the
Anfield and
best
the
away
Bridge.
fans in the league.
Yeah,
easy.
the away
Like,
fans.
they were 4-0
yeah.
down to us, chanting about all sorts.
This is what I'm saying. We were 4-0 down to Everton. We were chanting to Everton fans.
Yo, the AC fans were still chanting and clapping, bro, when they were losing 3-0.
Yeah.
I can't lie. The Italian fans, Italian fans and German fans in particular, bro. Yo,
Atleti.
those guys, they're real.
Bro,
They're real fans.
also,
They're real
Atleti,
fans.
shout out
Atleti
Frankfurt.
ultras are mad.
Yo, did you see the Frankfurt video when they went to Camp Nou? They took over that bitch and
See?
they beat Barca.
That's what it is. So Steve, like you, because when with away fans, especially of big clubs, so whether it's European away days, you're not getting any tourists. You're not doing a tourist thing and let me go away to Leicester City.
It's
You're not doing
passion,
that. You know what I'm saying? And that,
passion.
like you're getting the me's there. All of us who genuinely love our clubs and just on the full-on passion merchant vibes when you're there in the stadium.
Desire,
That's what it is.
intensity.
Yeah, the
That's it,
desire, man.
Intensity.
Intensity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the best, bro.
The moment.
Manchester United Football Club.
This is Manchester United Football Club. You know what I'm saying?
Anthony,
Like,
that's my
you
favorite.
get all
The
that.
player. Anthony. He's passing
Like
to Anthony.
you get that, like that's what. But if you're a tourist, you're not going to an away day to Leicester City. You
so
know what I'm saying? You're not going on an away day to Newcastle. So you get
I love
Is that the video of the old guy? That's the old guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
He wins that ball so much.
I'm still trying to figure out who that was.
He started crying about Wan-Bissaka.
oh,
This what makes it funnier. Like it's
You
over.
get me? You got me?
But-
Saeed
but-
says that.
yeah, like yo, say like, and that's what it is. So that's why away days you're going to get that because like even you're saying there, Steve, about Cologne away to Arsenal was crazy. You're not traveling from Germany to London if you're not. You have to be a Cologne fan like through and through. That's not just a trip you make. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
That's life
fully.
too.
Yeah, like that's life. That's not just a tour. That's not just I'm a tourist. Let me go to a game because Cologne are playing at home and I happen to be in Germany. Like no, you're going away. Your flights there and back. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why when
Accommodation,
people talk about like
tickets.
Old Trafford and Anfield and stuff being libraries, I'm like, well, what do you expect of the two biggest clubs in England? They're gonna have a lot of tourists there. Like, what do you expect?
And yo, I'm with you, Steve, man. Like that's why I enjoyed the away day. That's why I want to go back. It was great. You know what I'm saying? Just shouting abuse at people for an hour and a half. It's fantastic. Like, that's what it is. I'm full on passion merchant mode. It was great. You know what I'm saying? Like OT, like if I'm not in the Stretford End, I don't like it.
Yeah, I can't
Like,
lie to you.
I've had my best moments at OT have been in the Stretford End. Like if I'm not in the Stretford End, I'm like, yo, this is dead. And I've had better seats outside of the Stretford End and a better viewpoint. But the atmosphere in the Stretford End is rocking. Nobody sits down and they sing from the first minute to the 90th.
You know
Or
that
if you're in the
section-
family stand, it's dead.
Yeah.
Or South stand. Go
Yeah,
on.
when he's sitting in, Fatou's section here, the Matthew Harden section, yeah.
Is that the Chelsea?
section,
Is that the
I
one?
can't lie to you, man. When you're in there, fam, yeah, that is real vibes. I can't lie to you, man. That's real vibes, isn't it? Especially for a big game.
See, like, look, we got one on the panel. Yeah, I even think he's on mute, but Timo's like that. Like, he follows Chelsea home and away.
I
Like,
haven't heard
he's
this
full
guy
on.
speak yet.
He's full on. He's probably
I
falling
saw a little
asleep.
cheeky picture of
I'm
Hammett,
saying.
isn't it? You see
Like,
that?
he's full on, like, passion merchant. We've seen him,
This
you know,
guy's
Chelsea.
in Insta post, you know.
Yeah,
on the
that's Chelsea
fire.
scoring, and he's there eating his pie, man. He's
Yeah.
Chelsea through and through. Like,
He's a
if you
true
cut him
blue, man.
blue, yeah, 100%.
He's a true blue. He's proper Chelsea.
He's top LeBron.
He's a top level.
You know what? Yeah, we can say that because we've had bare like top French players at our club in it, so we can say that, man. You know what I mean? You can say that, man. Still.
Right, that's what it is. But Flawless, you believe you're winning the Europa League? Yes, I've said it from the start of the season.
I don't know, bro.
Barca dropped down.
Yes. Yo, we better than Inter Milan. Whoever it was we moving to. That high line. Yo, that is yeah. That high line, that's Rashford's dream.
Jesus.
Rashford against PK and fucking Sergi Roberto
Anthony,
and Eric Garcia.
And one thing about
and
Bruno,
Marcus
you give him
Alonso.
you give him space to hit. Bruno gonna find. I don't rate him. I don't rate Barca.
Yeah, but what about what if
Lewandowski's the
yeah.
If Lewandowski turns up,
Rafinha.
Hey man, we got Varane, man.
What about Asllani? What about Asllani? If Asllani, you might shoot and score, you never know.
Who?
The guy that didn't pass. It's a joke. That's why. It's a joke.
That's not even a Barca player.
No, but that's the guy.
That joke. I mean, no one laughed. Okay.
Yeah, hold that.
Wow.
He's
hurt. Nah,
I don't need to fight back, man. I don't need to fight back, man. Omoni is going to be fighting back for me tomorrow night. You know what I mean?
It's actually today, technically. It's 2:20 in the morning.
I know what you mean, but I'm just saying. Omoni is going to fight back for me.
Is it okay?
Yeah, sure. Just like they did last week, huh?
Yeah.
And then you went quiet. You went quiet.
You'd be an illness, innit?
I had the receipts as well.
Be pneumonia, man.
I like you to say that because every time we've predicted us to lose, we've actually won. So apart from City, obviously. So yeah, it's great, man.
It's mad. But yeah, back to it, Maverick. Yeah, of course. Again, with a Barcelona dropping down, would it be easy? No. Could United go out? Yes. But I looked at we made the final with a way worse team. Well, not a way worse team, a worse team and a way worse manager. We made the final. Now we have a much better manager. We have a much better team. Even when we win it, I'm saying that squad isn't as good as this one. So we just need to go and deliver. So I think we'll win it 100%. There's no one when I look at the Champions League that I fear. Do I fear Lewandowski? Yes. But that's just him. Like, I don't fear Barcelona. They have quality players, of course. But the way they play suits us down to a T. That high line of the new camp suits us down to a T in terms of stylistically. So, but do I want to draw Barca? Nah, give him Arsenal in it.
As long as PR7 can shoot the ball in the net, you're fine, man.
Hey,
you think he's playing? Wait. You think CR7's playing if everybody's fit? You crazy? He's a bench player.
But I'm saying to you, as long as he can still shoot the ball in the net,
in the
Europa League games, he's gonna play. In the
he will not play. Not the knockout ties. He will not play.
I don't know, man. Maybe last 16.
I kind of obviously.
Hey man, you might just do another calma.
Diverting real quick to I heard. This reminds me because I was scrolling through my timeline after those Champions League games and I saw Arsenal fans talking about how if they were in this year's Champions League, they would be top 5 favorites for winning this Champions League.
So they were trying to hype up the Europa League, saying all the prestigious teams that were in the Europa League.
I saw that when they what's it called? Real Madrid lost, and it's like they said yo, we could give Real Madrid a game.
Oh my God! They booked Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. Oh my God!
Long day. Go turn up with Xhaka and number 5 versus Cruz and Modric. It's over. It's over.
Hey, respect Tchouameni as well. Respect him.
He's good.
I'm saying they don't even need you. You could put Tchouameni and Camavinga out there. Long day. Pick one. Any combination. Any combination. It's a long day. Benzema versus.
And in the form he's in, Valverde versus whoever they got. Zinchenko, he's thinking Russia's attacking them all over again, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's gonna be what the settings are, man.
Well, yeah, it seems that the Champions League is gonna get a few good dropouts because you got Barcelona, Ajax potentially. Who else? Trying to finish the
maybe Juve is not,
Juve, dead team. I want to play them as well.
Juve,
I don't want Juve.
Shit, man.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. The Pogba thing, but bro, Pogba will.
I think I don't rate Juve either from what I've seen, glimpses and obviously their results. But that has a Pogba winner written all over it. I don't need that.
We have Casemiro, man. Casemiro will neutralize Pogba.
He has it written all over it.
You're gonna break your heart.
No, bring on Pogba, man. Bring on Jogba. He's not my
Imagine him at the Stretford end and just coughing the Stretford end.
Oh my!
You can see
it.
God.
Yeah. Imagine if there's an Adebayo on your team, bro. How would he feel?
You can see it. Now he doesn't Adebayo, but I can definitely celebrate 100%.
He's doing the judges from already. Don't worry about
it. When's he actually fit?
After January.
So it'll be back then,
I think before the World Cup or during the World Cup, I think he's gonna be.
You just missed that, Ahmed. Hold that.
I think he's gonna be.
This guy pushing it. Just missed that. Hold that, Go on.
No, I think. No, I was saying that. Like, I think during the World Cup, I think he's gonna be obviously recovered, but obviously much fitness, rehab, and everything. Obviously, is what's the issue.
Watch him come back for like a semi-final or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? After playing a month or something like that. Man, just saying Sevilla drop out, they win every time. Nah, not with us. I'm saying we around, man. That's our competition.
This Sevilla team compared to all the other Sevilla teams. Oh my days, it stinks.
They sacked Lopetegui as well, right?
Oh, did they sack their manager?
Yeah, he's not taking another job because of he's ill. Someone's ill. Is he ill or someone else is ill in his family?
No, I think he's. I think he's tired enough of what's happened, isn't it?
No, but someone's got an illness. I can't remember if it's him or someone in his family.
Maybe his wife.
Get well soon, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't wish down anyone. Don't wish down anybody. But Dortmund as well. Black Diamond. Yeah, Dortmund enough. But I know again. I don't fit.
No, Dortmunds are not gonna go down. I look at the
Dortmund.
It's Sevilla.
His group is Sevilla. Yeah, Sevilla.
No one's talking about Club Brugge. Club Brugge have washed their group. I know it's a shit group, but they have washed their group.
To it, man.
Haven't conceded a goal yet.
I don't know what type of meal they're cooking over there, but this must be a good meal, man. Flaming on that.
Hey, bro, again, bro. See that day when that shit happened, I knew this was gonna be an Andre. I said it, bro. Here we go, bro. It's the most pointless. This and the Coupe de France shit. Bro.
Hey! Put some respect on the most coveted domestic competition in Europe. All right, get your shit together, man.
The Coupe de France,
man. You know what I'm saying? You say it right. The same way Paul Heyman says Brock Lesnar and that. You better say that right. You feel me?
It's the tribal chief.
The tribal chief. You understand my point? I was rusted like that, but you get my point. You deliver it properly, man. You know what I'm saying? You say the Coupe de France.
Delivery.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just say it regular like it's a Carabao Cup or the Pokal Cup or either Visa Cup or whatever.
So man just couldn't win that trophy.
Eredivisie Disney.
Yeah, man. You might have just hella disrespectful to the Coupe de France. Coupe de France watch along's coming soon onto the Twitch.
Did Poch win that?
Yeah, he won it.
Of course,
I'm surprised with his serial fucking loser, bro.
No. But you know what?
He's a bomb, bro.
That's the top.
Exactly.
That was nice.
Yeah. Hey, man. You can leave Tottenham, but the Tottenham doesn't leave you. You know.
The Coupe de France, man.
He won the trophies and he won the league title.
He won the league title and the Coupe de France, man.
My grandma could have done that, bro.
Hey, props to her if she would have done that. I would have been like, saluting, she a real one for winning the Coupe de France. That's what I would have said. Feel me?
Exactly.
Fuck Poch, bro. I don't like Poch, bro.
I need to play FIFA and win the Coupe de France. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I need to do.
Bro, this is trophy on goal for every year.
So weird, bro. Bro, what is it with you, bro? Well, why? I've asked this to you so many times.
What are you talking about?
What's your problem, man? Why can't I rate the Coupe de France, yo?
Because I know you're doing it to troll. There's
he's been riding this.
I know.
Time.
Yeah, I respect like how long you've been like riding this wave. Pause.
Why can't I
respect that. You're doing it to troll, bro. I know you're doing it to troll. Because there is no reason. There's no reason for you to do this.
Yeah, Steve. Steve, you're a real one. Yeah, you could. When I start them, you could jump on, man. Everyone,
hold on.
Haters like Mentalza.
Don't do this, bro. Don't enable him, bro. You're just enabling him, bro.
Hold on. So
don't do this, bro.
Oh, so you rate the FA? You rate the FA Cup, but you don't.
I don't. Who said I did?
Oh, okay. So, but you rate.
What's the best domestic cup competition in Europe?
Yeah,
bro, fuck all the domestic cup.
Yeah, see, that's the Coupe de France. You just don't want to say. See that? You know what I'm saying? Haters go hate, man. You know it's the
what is this, bro?
Don't say it. It's the Coupe de France. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
You see the great players that have hold the Coupe de France.
You can't even say
this guy even say it without
straight
laughing.
Face says you couldn't even say that without laughing.
To my knowledge, the two. Wait. Currently, right now, the two most expensive players in Europe are Coupe de France holders right now as we speak.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Who do you mean? Who are the two most expensive players in Europe right now?
Who? Mbappe is one of them.
Transfer fee I'm talking about. When
Men-
transfer fees.
Yeah,
Neymar and
Neymar and Mbappe.
Oh
Yeah,
my
hold that,
God.
Murtaza. Hold that. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
such
You know what I'm
a-
saying? Hold that. You know?
Messi
I thought you meant like if they were to like if people
No.
were to buy
I'm
them.
talking about transfer fees in it, like
Oh,
current
that
transfer
haven't
fees.
happened.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
That have
Messi
happened.
joined them.
Okay,
Messi
yeah.
joined them and they couldn't win it.
Whatever, bro.
Relax, man. You know what I'm saying? The Coupe de France. You know what I'm saying? Surfer. Why you hating Surfer?
Yeah,
Yo,
let's go,
Steve, you're real,
Surfer.
man. I'm saying.
Hey,
Alright.
Steve, bro, don't do this, bro. Don't enable it.
Haters, man. I can't wait for it to start, man. You know what I'm saying? Them watch-alongs on Twitch gonna bang. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
man's
saying?
gonna be watching Lens.
Don't get
and
the
Jack-
thumbnails created. I need to find out where I can watch it. Steve, let me actually now. You might not know.
See,
I
you
need to
don't
find
even
out.
know
Did they
what
show
you're
that?
watching.
Steve, did they show it now?
This proves
it's
my
UK.
point.
No, because it's in
People,
the UK. It might
this
be US.
proves my point.
No,
He's just a troll, bro.
No. I'm trying to
He's
figure
just a
out. Did they have
troll,
it?
bro.
Wait. Steve, did they have it on US TV? Because Taza ain't gonna tell me because he a hater. You know what I'm saying?
No, they
So I'm
definitely
hoping
don't.
they show it on your TV.
You
Nah,
definitely
US.
this guy,
They
bro.
won't show it over here. They
Crazy.
won't show it over here. So I'll have to find a link to watch it on. See, I'm going above and beyond for the people of Sarcasm City. You know what I'm saying? For the people that
You're
enjoy
just
the
going
content.
above
with
and beyond
Taza.
to troll. That's it.
What do you mean?
That's all you're
I
doing.
don't know.
I don't
what it is,
understand it. I don't get it, man.
Too
You
much.
know what I'm saying? Hey,
It's got
Neymar and
Coupe de
Mbappe
France.
hold the Coupe de France. You know what I'm saying?
One
Saying
sec.
right.
I keep forgetting the World Cup's next month.
Yeah, the World Cup's next. It's like someone said it and was like, yo, 6 weeks away. I was like, crazy.
But okay.
It's crazy.
But
Oh,
can
yeah,
they
as well.
Can they compete with the World? Can the Coupe de France compete with the World Cup?
It is what it is. I've got one, Steve. I've got a VPN in that. Oh, is it on Being Sports? All right, sick. I'm a part in that.
that's
Wait, is
good.
Being Sports on YouTube TV though?
Why you gotta violate like that? I don't get it.
I'm
What?
saying I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna Google
Avi,
it.
I seen the Avi.
Hey, man.
I'm saying.
Respect the Avi, man. Ahmed,
Yeah,
do you like my Avi?
Oh
Yeah,
my
Ahmed.
god.
He's playing. He's playing.
my
He's playing.
God.
He's playing
That's
FIFA,
FIFA,
man.
man.
He's concentrating. Man. He's playing
I
FIFA.
was thinking
Why we
of
say
you,
all
I
that?
just pat Mane, you know.
Make sure you hit the like button. Yes, we've got over 40 likes. Big up to you lot as well. We are going to close out the show shortly. Obviously, as part of the membership, you get shout outs during certain shows, including Q&A. So big up to
Sorry.
yeah, it's cool. Big up to Steve. This guy's
Salah
so
missed
real, yo. Big up to Steve, of course. Easy 92,
my
Daniel.
Lord. He's got Ronaldo. Yeah.
Yo,
I'm
fam.
Oh, let him do the
Give me a
thing,
sec,
bro.
yo.
Chill out.
Big up to Steve, Easy 92, Daniel, J Socials, Victor, Deviant, Nick, Shane Malone, Malcolm, Alam, Matro, Dan Levitt, Carefree 53, OG Turbo Jesus. That is a great name in that. Ray Millie.
Yo, that's a sick man.
His Uncle
OG.
Justice.
Oh, repeat that name again. Sorry.
What? OG Turbo Jesus. Ray Billy, Uncle Justice, Safe,
OG.
Brian,
It's
Jesse Dyer, Tazer, of course, Timo, of course, Time to Shine, SVD TV, Surfer be in the comments, who hating on the Coupe de France, Eddie, of course, Slens, Sasha, Nelly, Scott Page, Neville B, and the guy we all love to fucking hate, Ryan, as well. So yeah, man, large up all the members.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
Ryan's been
The link.
texting me non-stop about Liverpool.
Hey,
man. Oh
there's
my
no surprise.
God.
That's where we was gonna go to actually, not about him, but about the Liverpool
He's
team
Klopp
camps.
out.
But yeah, he's Klopp out. Yeah, he tweeted that. So Cams, one, where do you stand on the Klopp in, Klopp out first and foremost? Two, where do you stand on the people that are Klopp out as well?
I just want
I
to
love
keep this
tough
short and
questions.
sweet, you know. Like,
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not Klopp out. I think he's. What's the word? See, it's very late. I don't know the word. Like when he's earned his time to try and turn.
He's got
turn
credit
it
in the
around.
bank, basically, is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
he's got credit in the bank. Like you saw last season. Like we were literally a game away from doing a quadruple if Villa would have like held their shit together. Like, come on, like he's deserved his time. I can take the banner, but like he's deserved his time. If people are Klopp out, then that's fine. That's fine.
So are you understanding of why people are Klopp out, or you're like, yeah, that's wild considering all he's done?
I do understand, but it's like, yo, these people are so like impatient. I know, but I do know why they are. It's because like the constant starting of Henderson, like, but there's nothing Klopp can do right now. Like, he's kind of like he's backed himself into a corner of this Henderson stuff, because that's one thing. Like, his loyalty will kill him. Like, there's no loyalty in this job, and he's too loyal. He's too loyal to some players.
Do you think, Cams, quickly, that he's burnt out? I think that's the first question to ask, to be honest. After 7 years, do you think he's burnt out?
No, I think a few players are burnt out, but I think he's got a history of doing that, burning players out.
Yeah,
Like, he hasn't been given the luxury that Pep's been given to like replenish his squad every season of new, fresh players. Like, so he's a lot of players are burnt out, I think.
But I do think that's also part of the loyalty thing, where like because he trusts in these guys so much, he doesn't want to get these replacements and to kind of move them on, or at least move them to the bench. So it's like it's many things. Where like I think, but I kind of say it as well with content Tottenham, where like I think a lot of things could have been different this season if the summer would have just been different and people between the manager and the board, the communication could have been better and understandable what a team needs really and truly. Even if you have some sort of loyalty, even if you believe certain players have a place in the squad. At the end of the day, it's about making sure the team can compete at the highest level. And obviously this team is struggling to perform at the highest level because players getting injured. Let's be honest, the best players for Liverpool, they're not performing. Like
Salah this
it's a
season.
big issue. It's been a big issue. Like I think Liverpool's not that I don't think. Actually, I 100% think that if the better Liverpool players like Van Dijk, like Salah perform, Liverpool will be up there for the title right now in terms of competing for it. But obviously, since they're not there, and then you have all the other issues, that's why it's so glaring to see. And I think this is always a bad sign. Where even I remember with Tottenham, because we realized that's so late, this is where the shit we ended up being at the moment in time, because we realized those issues too late. So I think with Liverpool, you kind of realizing, and it's about now if the manager and the board are willing to like, you know what, we need to make sure we get the advocate quality into the squad in order to start come and compete again. But then again, I can say, is it just a bad form? And after the World Cup, maybe they can really come back to it. We don't know.
This isn't bad form. I've seen bad form. This isn't bad form.
Okay, so you think it's the players, and you just need new players and to go again?
It's happened too frequently for it to be bad form. I've seen bad form, and I've seen good teams like when the drop off starts, and it's like this is that.
Oh, fair. No, all right, fair. So I want to ask you, obviously, before we close out as well, your thoughts on Trent, because he's been one of the main talking points in regards to Liverpool's poor form and poor start to the season. And he's currently injured, but where do you stand on Trent and what he said as well in regards to I'm paraphrasing, but it's something along the lines of I don't play the position, I play the game.
Wait, when did you say that?
That was today. I think that came out today.
I didn't even see that.
You see that? Yeah, unless someone made it up, but I swear I seen him say that.
I saw one where he said that he doesn't pay attention to like what people say, like he just focuses on the game. Like, I'll be honest, I think it's a mental thing for him. I'll be honest, I think he's doing way too much. He's overthinking. Like you saw that second goal against Arsenal, like that's so schoolboy. Like he tried to think what Martinelli was going to do instead of just like standing his ground like any normal Premier League defender would do. He tried to think. Like he just thought about it too much, and then it fucked us in the end. Like, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm like, people say he's a bad defender. Like, the last 4 years, he's never been this bad. Like, there's been times where he's played against some elite wingers, and he's been phenomenal. Like in his earlier years, and no one saw this problem in his game.
Yeah.
But everyone's starting to see now, it's a lack of concentration. Like, I think he's late. I think he's lazy as well. I know people don't like to call us. I think Trent's really lazy.
In terms of, you mean his concentration levels? You mean he's lazy?
Yeah, he's lazy and tracking back as well. He's very lazy, and he's not got, for lack of a better words, he's not got that dog in him. He's not got that. He's not got that.
You know what?
Dog in him.
If we're being honest about Trent,
where did the dog go? This is the real
question. If we're being honest about Trent, even earlier seasons, he was doing the same mistake that he's doing now, but the problem was he had a younger Henderson there, and even last season, for example, you had a Konate there, or like someone that if he made a little mistake, Konate could come in, nice fast guy, and he could charge him. Even Van Dijk back in the day, before the injury that he had that pace ability to do what he needs to do. Mm-hmm. The problem with Trent is, defensively, I don't think he's been taught enough the basics in it. Because if he was at least like a Cancelo, someone, he can do a defensive job in it. He can do a job. Yeah, he's not defensively like 100%, but he can do a job still in it. but Trent is not even can't even do that no more, man.
Do you
And
know
that's
what,
what.
though? I can't even. Sorry, I cut you off, but I can't even blame like Trent as a whole. Like our whole defensive system, like the whole defensive structure has been a shambles. Like no one's looked good in defense. Like Trent's looked the worst because he's the worst defender out of everyone. That goes without saying. But our whole defensive structure has been poor, so poor.
But do you think the issue with that is because the whole midfield structure is literally fucked as well?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say as well. Like the midfield, like losing the ball in silly areas when we barely got anyone back, and then we're just getting countered. Like the midfield's got a part to play in this as well.
No, that's first. That's first. All right. So what I was going to say is, do you see it turning around? Number one. Number two, do you think you finish in the top 4?
Do you want my honest answer?
Go on.
I don't know. I don't know.
First?
This team's too unpredictable right now. I don't know.
That's first. That's first. What I'm saying, see, people, the sky isn't falling. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cams is disappointed in what's going on with his team, but the sky's not falling, and he's not. I'm not surprised that me and Cams haven't spoken on this, but I'm not surprised that you're not Klopp out. God, I know that you'd be sensible and look at it from a reasonable perspective and give it more than 8 games or 9 games.
We're in early October. There's no way I'm calling for my manager's head when he's let me see a Champions League in a Prem.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
There's no chance. Not a chance.
Like, to me, you deserve, like, I'm not in a sentiment thing, but he deserves credit. He deserves a chance to put it right because of the credit he's got in the bank. And he can bring you success because he's done it in the past. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So that's where it is. But yeah, we're going to close out, people. Don't forget these Q&As. You get them every Wednesday night, every Sunday night, people. Every Wednesday night, every Sunday night. Tomorrow, what you'll get a Manchester United versus Omonia watch along. And then I'll make sure I do the fan calling show on Thursday as well. Today as well, I do the fan calling show as well. Yo, Cams, anything you want to add before we finish the stream?
Not much. Just like, subscribe, all of that. It's good to be back.
Good to have you back, man. Good to have you back, man. Yo, Jazz, my brother. Anything you want to add?
Just big up Europa League watch along today. And yeah, man. Good night in there.
Right, man. Elijah, my guy, Eddie, every single time as well. I'm sure you'll see him tomorrow for the watch along as well. Quality show. Big up, big up. I think Timo's there. Timo, you there? Let a girl pop up on the stream. He's gonna pop up. Yeah, he's asleep.
He fell asleep, man.
Yeah, he's definitely asleep. Let me just remove him, the Joker. He's asleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out this morning. My laptop's done.
Yeah, man. Big up every single time.
Big up, man.
Big up every single time. I don't even know if Mertaz is there, so we'll go to you. We'll go to you, Ahmed.
Like, share, subscribe. Obviously, if you can follow us on the Twitch, if you've got a Prime subscription, you can also give a Twitch Prime on the Twitch to follow us, and that can help them out a lot. And lastly, Klopp out. Yeah. I love that.
Nah, man, I'm clopping. You know what I'm saying? And these people are ungrateful, man. Ungrateful. Yo, Mertaz, are you there? I think he's there in that. But yeah, Ahmed's out as well. I don't think Mertaz is there, but you'll probably see him tomorrow. Well, today, people on the watch along. But like I said, go look at the upcoming live stream schedule. Let you know all the shows that are coming up. So like I said, today, United Omonia watch along. Then you'll get the fan calling show on the Twitch. Make sure you get over to the Twitch. Oh yeah, latest trends as well. I'm going to do that ad read again. It is in the pinned comment, people. I'm going to drop it in the chat as well. Yo, Taza, anything else you want to add before we close out?
Nope. Just big up. Like, share, subscribe. Tune in tomorrow. See some real football, not this bum-ass Champions League bullshit.
This guy, yo. That is outrageous. You outrageous. But yeah, people, it's right there. Latest trends. Make sure you go follow on the Instagram. You'll see me tag it. I'm going to tag it up in the stories as well. So make sure you follow the Instagram for latesttrends.net. Prime, anything you want to add before we close out?
Like, share, subscribe, people, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend. Don't let Liverpool get you down. Liverpool are
gonna let them get you down in that. Ryan, hold that, you pussy.
Body shot.
Don't let Liverpool.
Cams, you do the same. You've been talking too much. Hold that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not watching that game on the weekend. I'm not watching that.
Are you not watching?
I'm not watching that.
You know what? Why?
They're putting 8 past us.
You think you get packed like that?
I'm not watching Haaland score 5 or something.
Anyway, also, people, guys, football's just football. Don't get to, let your emotions cloud your judgment.
This is your one to talk.
Well, everything was towards my fan base and my owner, but yeah, whatever, Martaza, do what you want to do. Anyway,
I hope that rattled you. I hope that
I
rattled
mean,
you.
it
Fuck
didn't
Chelsea.
rattle me.
Fuck
It was just
Chelsea.
weird for you not to understand, but whatever, it is what it is, man. Anyway, yeah.
Hold that. I don't give a fuck. Hold that.
What am I holding?
Oh my god.
Hold this, man. Just hold it. Whatever it is.
What am I holding? I don't understand.
Hey,
Go
man,
on, Prime.
just-
Continue. You lot. Go on, Prime. Go on. Say what else. You know what I'm saying?
This is the same guy that's playing Europa League football. It's weird. Anyway, yeah. Arsenal fans, be measured in your opinions. Don't be delusional to think you'll win the league, because if you finish 6th again, it's a long day. Spurs fans, enjoy Conte. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, large up. You can see it there on the screen, people. Latesttrends.net, a brand new online designer clothing and footwear featuring the latest trends from top brands such as Fendi, Givenchy, Prada, D&G, Jordan, and much more. So check out the new exclusive winter season stock, and you can see it www.latesttrends.net. That's www.latesttrends.net, and trends with 2 S's, people. So make sure go check out the site and follow across Instagram as well. Yeah, this is nice, isn't it?
I did too. Shit's fire, bro.
I've been looking for some designer stuff recently, and they've actually done some good shit.
You need some designer stuff, affordable as well, people. So it's not designer prices. So make sure you go and support. You know me, man. Like the fun day, it's my guy who's like heading it up. It's one of my actual duns as well, in it. So please go and support. Even if you don't, get anything, just go check it out, people, and just follow across the socials. Don't worry, if I don't do it tonight, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll probably both. I'll post it on my Instagram story, and same way on the Sarcasm City TV Instagram stories as well. So please just go and follow. Check it out. Like Kams and Mertaza both said that. Nice stuff. Yeah, they got nice stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, love to everybody who has locked in. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up.
Javi out.